All right. Well,
It's
with that in
Persona time.
mind, oh my god!
Oh, he did it!
Damn it!
Son of a bitch!
Fuck!
Wasn't me. I didn't do
He
it. I
did
can't
it!
Get in trouble. I can't get in trouble. It was me.
Oh.
Oh.
It's a bit. It's a bit. It's a bit. It's a bit. Crying.
All right, pop off, King. Go for it.
Anyway, so it's Persona time. I did it. I saved the town.
You know.
Last time on Persona D&D. I'm dying. We're not even started yet. I'm dying.
Don't die. Easy for it.
You guys made it through the palace. Congratulations. You did it. You literally saved your first person. You saved him. You didn't kill him. Namely because it was Cyrus's sister. So
If we did, I'd
probably.
fucking kill everybody. I'd turn into the villain of the campaign.
Yeah. This was actually setting up the BBEG for the campaign. You guys are rolling new characters. So you saved Ionos. In the process, you met 2 new Persona users who are very much not on your side. Weaver and then a unknown masked assailant. You did crack his mask, Cyrus, and you saw underneath that he had red eyes and black hair, and he was kind of crackling some purple arcane energy. Very ominous looking. He also was riding a massive black beast, dragon-like creature. You made it out of the antechamber alive successfully, and Cinna, you were pretty relentless in your pursuit to get through the palace, much to the chagrin of the rest of the party. Although it did lead you fairly quickly to finding Joy in the basement, and then backtracking all the way to finding the Ice King and Wrath. It was not an easy fight by any stretch of the imagination. I think this was probably your guys' hardest fight yet. Even against you had an easier time even against Weaver. Well, maybe not Scent, but
I won't talk about it.
the rest of the party arguably had a better fight against Weaver than Scent did. But the Ice King and Wrath was by no means an easy fight for any of you to get through. Cinna, I believe you went down. Cyrus, I don't think you got hurt too bad. I know Avrith was on death's door by the end of it.
I managed to come back from every single low HP deficit in this entire endeavor.
Yeah, you were cutting it real
end
close.
Tired but relatively unscathed.
Yeah. And other than the Weaver fight, Sen, you were pretty good as well after the boss battle.
Yeah.
Not the best, but you were pretty good. And Dane was he was fine.
Dane was doing great.
Dane was good.
Dane was just there. He just he hit hard when he needed to.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, you killed the Ice King. You watched as he dissipated from the world, and you were able to talk down Wrath and convinced her to stop fighting. Wrath listened to you, Cyrus, because you rolled fucking insanity. Was it I think you rolled the natural 20, right, on your persuasion, or some shit like that. Yeah. So you were definitely able to talk Wrath down, and she joined Hope. And now, in her complete form, she told you, Cyrus, that she would follow through and tell you anything you wanted to know. As the palace began falling apart, she faded away, and you guys made your way out of the palace, running for your lives. No one was hurt in the escape. Nobody tripped and got stuck behind. And you made it out. Cyrus, you returned, and you were hugging Ionos just like you went in. Cinna and Scent, you were standing behind Ionos.
Oh no!
Right.
Dane
I forgot.
and Avrith are in Alessandra's office. Standing in front of Alessandra, who is in the middle of talking. So that is where we ended game. That is where we are starting game. Just a reminder, Cinna, you look frozen, like you have just come back, like out of carbonite, like Han Solo.
Covered in blood and ice.
It's just not good. It's not good. You don't look good. Scent, you're feeling the wares of adventuring into the palace, but otherwise you're relatively okay.
Yeah.
Cyrus, you took a beating over a period of time, but you're relatively okay. So you're more sore than anything. But there's no physical like wounds on you per se. So, what are you guys doing?
Is
Do we want to like attempt to stealth out the door?
That's
so
what I'm
he
asking.
doesn't see
Is Ionos
Is-
facing us?
You turn to look at the door and it is closed.
Okay. Well, first off, shit, because Cinna, you didn't close the door, or Cinna didn't close the door, right?
She did not. The last time you remember, the door was open.
Oh.
He's gonna like shoot the most confused look at you.
Yeah. Is Ionos facing us?
No, her back is to you. If anything, Cyrus, you look up and you see Cinna and Scent just standing there.
Panicking.
I'm going to just do like the head gesture, just be like,
Yeah.
"Hey, get out, get out, get out."
Yeah, so Scent is gonna start to creep towards the door first and make his
Yeah,
way towards the handle.
Before you start moving, Ionos will start to slowly end her hug with you, Cyrus. And she says, all right, I think I have a lot to think about. I appreciate your offer to help. Do you think you could give me maybe a day or so to get my thoughts together?
Yeah, that's fine. Very understandable. Can we just hold this a little bit longer? I've missed this, and I'm just gonna go back into like embrace the hug a little more.
Creep into the door. We're going.
Roll a persuasion check. Cinna and Scent, roll your stealth.
We're gonna
Do I
try
get
to
to roll
like.
at advantage?
You do.
Question: Do my shoes work outside of the palace?
You don't know.
I'll roll at
Can I or can I
advantage.
not? Oh, so can I or can I not roll for advantage, or do you want me
That
to not
is a
do it?
19 on persuasion.
Yes, you can roll for
Okay.
advantage.
Okay.
But you were unaware if they do
Okay.
it or not.
16.
Okay.
I got a 13. I'm
Yeah, Scent's gonna just kind of grab Cinna's hand and lead the way out.
So you begin to lead out, and you open the door, and it's smooth like butter. And Ionos goes back in for the hug. You are walking out the door, and you think you are being stealthy. And then Cinna, you're a little more frozen than you thought. And as you start to move, blood icicles just ding, 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 all across the ground. And Ionos just breaks the hug and turns to the door and just sees you both, Cinna and Scent, and then looks back at Cyrus. Confused.
Is the door open yet?
Yeah, you have the door open.
Okay.
run.
Yeah. No. Scent's gonna turn around.
Uh-huh.
Cyrus, I need you. Cinna is badly hurt. We need to take her to the hospital. Please help me.
Right. Yeah. Oh my god. How's your blood frozen? Okay.
I don't know. I don't know. I found her like this. Please help us.
Yeah. Okay. Ionos,
He's
gonna take that
he's,
day.
like, kind
Gotta
of
take that
like
day.
pretending to fall over.
Yeah. Scent's gonna go and like catch her.
I'm gonna just
I mean, you just arm around his shoulder and just start like pulling her out.
Okay. Go ahead. Deception.
Okay.
I will allow you to roll separately, or somebody roll at advantage.
My bad. Sorry. You want me to just do a second time then, or?
Yeah.
Okay,
Go
sorry.
roll again. Unless you want to. Yeah. Go. Yeah.
9. I probably have the best deception too.
Go ahead and roll, Cyrus.
Cool. Deception
I got eager.
14.
Okay.
I got eager.
All right.
I got eager.
Cinna, why don't you go ahead and roll too?
Okay,
Just so we
give
can-
me
just so
one
we-
second.
Just so we can
Performance
break the
check.
tie. Yeah. Go ahead and roll performance. Yeah. Yeah, fuck it.
Oh, I was really hoping you were gonna let me do deception. Fuck.
No.
You're performing. You're not saying
you're
shit.
performing
Persuasion.
here.
Crap.
You're performing.
Crap.
The bard not want to
Come
do a
on, Dan.
performance check. What?
15.
That's pretty good.
All right, it's pretty good. It seems legit. Ionos looks just confused at what's happening. As you guys are trying to pick Cinna up and leave the room.
Mhm.
And she just kind of follows you guys out to the door and is just... How did that... Whatever. And she just turns around and closes the door. She went back into her office.
That's just
What
gonna
is that?
immediately. He's gonna immediately let go of Cinna. That was close.
She's gonna fall over because she was actually leaning on him.
Yeah, it's literally just arm let go. He just walked forward and she.
Bonk.
Yep.
Ow.
I'll go and I'll offer a hand to Senna to help her back up.
Thank you.
Okay. Oh my god, Sen?
Where were the other two?
In Alessandra's room.
Shouldn't you be there, like, right now?
Shit. He's just gonna start running.
She's
Okay.
going to follow him.
Oh boy.
Oh god.
No, go to the hospital. Go.
Yeah, let's bring you to our special doctor. And
If
get you healed
I'm
up.
hurting like this, so is Avaraf.
Well, Sen can take care of that. Dane is probably there too. I don't know. Let's just go.
Mhm,
I'm
mhm.
gonna.
Are the
Yeah.
playing cards still on the ground?
They are not.
What the fuck?
Sen doesn't realize.
Fucking...
He's just going.
Okay.
Yeah.
She's gonna look at Cyrus and be like, Sent left me a trail of playing cards so I could find you all. And they're gone.
Shit.
All you hear is, "You didn't pick them up," as he's running to the door.
It's a pretty far run down the hall, so
Mhm.
eventually you will get out of eyesight, but
Yeah.
Let's all talk about this when we're together. Let's get you to Istis.
Really quick, she's gonna see her rummaging in a bag.
Mhm.
For dashing's sake, this is in her disguise kit.
Okay.
And she's gonna pull out like a cloak or something,
Yeah, easy enough.
and then just cover herself.
It's
Not a bad idea. It's gonna be hard to explain blood sickles.
Yeah, just a little bit. Do you want a blanket too?
a little
Or
chilly.
as while they start walking?
I'm okay. Let's get to the cloud catacombs.
All right.
Just gonna
so
like
you
walk
guys-
alongside Cinna, just having like my arms just kind of generally around her, just in case she like stumbles over to be like, whoop.
Yeah.
She's walking like a toddler right now, dude.
So you guys begin to make your way to the Cloud Catacombs. Sent. You are going to Alessandra's office.
Yes.
You make it there way faster than the other group makes it to the Cloud Catacombs. The door is closed.
Hmm. Does he hear anything?
Do you want to put your ear to the door?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Roll perception.
$15.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like there's a lot of noise going on inside.
No
Really quiet.
movement, no shuffling of anything, like no one's feet moving around at all, or okay.
Not really.
He's gonna kind of just crack the door open a little bit, kind of peer in.
You do so, and you see Alessandra just writing at her desk.
Okay, he's just gonna kind of pull the handle and slowly close it again, making sure it doesn't really make any noise.
Okay. You can do so.
Where the fuck? Where'd they go? It has been 3 sessions. Did Scent still need to be there? Like to talk to her or no?
You were in the middle of a conversation with her when you disappeared.
She doesn't seem bothered by it at all. Fuck. That gives him a bad feeling though. Oh no. That's he's gonna make his way to Avarif's room,
Okay.
I think.
You can definitely do that.
He's gonna make his way to Avarif in Cyrus's room. See if they're there.
Mhm.
See if Avarif's there.
You make your way to Avarif's room. Nope, he is not there.
Ah, shit. Cafeteria? Just get like light jog to the cafeteria.
Light jog to the cafeteria. Make a perception check.
Natural 19 for a 22.
He is not there.
What the All right, fuck it. He's just gonna go to the Cloud Catacombs, meet up with his sister.
Okay.
Fuck it.
All right. So Cyrus and Senna, you definitely make it to the Cloud Catacombs a lot faster than Sent does. What are you doing? You make it there easy enough.
I'm going to literally just grab Cinna and prepare my lay on hands, and I'm just gonna go literally just like give her 20 cc's to heal her up.
Yeet!
Just literally just been like, hey, take this. I'm just gonna slap her on the back and then just,
Lamb into her.
yeah, just be like, and it's like, you feel any better?
Oh, yeah, ow. So, what does that do again?
You get 20 hit points.
You get 20 HP.
She's completely fine. She was just not expecting you to slap her.
Still a little frozen, still covered in bloody icicles, but you are back up to full. You have no more open wounds. You're good. Feel loose.
And just for the sake of it, I'll ask Lathander to bring forth a little fire and just kind of like warm me up a bit.
Yeah. He lights up his hand and a blaze comes out and he's able to melt some of that ice.
She's chilling there, and it's like as if you've seen a wet cat, like, walk out of the rain. She gets on all fours and just starts shaking all of the ice and stuff off.
Shortly
Like
after
icicles,
this scent is
water
when you get there.
slaps my face, and I'm like, okay.
Nice.
Not intentional to slap you, unlike you slapped me.
Hey, I had to do that to heal you, okay?
Hey, you didn't know I could have been talking about the sandwich.
Yes, Sen just walks in and just gets splashed with just a sprinkle of water from Cinna. It's just like, what the fuck?
The whiplash from the tail.
Yeah, just whipped it from the tail and everything's like, what the fuck? Why? What? We have a towel. He just pulls one out of his bag. We have these.
She keeps shaking.
Oh, he's just gonna leave. He's walking out. Didn't see Avaref. He's just walking back out.
Oh shit. Zane, are you able to play, or are you driving?
I have a terrible microphone because it's on my phone.
Me too.
But I definitely can.
All right, yeah, fuck it, we ball.
You can just have
All right.
dashing roll for you or something if needed.
Well, let me get the GPS rolling here. Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
All right, let's do this.
We love scuff.
Dungeons and Drive-In.
Dungeons and driving. Drive
God
safe.
damn it.
All right, so Avarif, you appear back from Ionis's palace. You were in Alessandra's office with Dane. You feel like shit. You look like shit.
I am shit. Yeah.
You are not feeling good.
Eating an enormous amount of shit, and it's
Yeah.
unfortunate.
You have 3 hit points.
I have
you,
3.
you do not. You are bleeding, battered, and you, poof, you are there. Time resumes.
And she's there still, right? Like.
She's in the middle of saying something.
Oh,
So
God.
time resumes, and she says, "Sen, what? Sen?" And she's looking at you, Avrif, and then looking at Dane, and then her eyes go back to you, and they start going wide as she sees like you're just covered in blood and just actively bleeding.
Yeah. Can
What?
I cast a disguise kit?
You
And make
cannot
myself-
cast. You're
Oh, fuck, wait, disguise kits won't work then.
well, I mean, you could certainly try. I mean, it's not gonna really work because she's standing in front of you.
Oh,
you
okay, so
you're
it's
like
more
right in
a
front of her. Yeah.
Okay. So I'd have to like put on the wig and like put on it. So that
Yeah. No.
And I probably can't run because I am like almost about to pass out.
Do you want to try to run?
Great question. Shit. Okay, so the disguise kit was my plan this whole time, but it's not instant, so that kind of foils it. Ah, shit. Oh man. I'm gonna look at her and I'm gonna say, Dane will explain, and I'm gonna leave.
Alessandra gets up and she's like, wait a minute, what? Where the hell will this blood come in? Dane's just like, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. And he just like backs away and he just closes the door. Don't worry about it. And he just slams the door shut. And he's like, run.
I am gonna. Can I call? Do I have like a calling for Gale?
Gage,
Do I have like a whistle or something? Or Gage, sorry, yeah. Do I have like a whistle or something?
you do have a bell. You have a bell for Gage.
Can I ring the bell for him?
Yeah, you ring the bell as you start to run. And you go to round a corner and you hear Alessandra's office door open.
Oh no.
And then you just hear, "Oh, I'm sorry, madam. Everything is a-okay." And she starts like yelling like, "What? Hey, get out of my way!" No, it is okay. And you can safely get away.
Wait, does Gage know about the whole key stuff? He probably doesn't, does he?
You don't know.
Oh shit. That's a conversation. Okay, yeah, I mean, I'm probably bleeding on the floor. There's
Yeah.
potions do not exist, right?
No, they don't.
Oh my god.
So you go ahead, you round a corner, and you run into somebody.
Oh, do I take a point of damage?
No, you don't. No, you... So this person falls over and she, oh God. And you look down and she looks up at you and it's Sharina, Asuka.
That's the lunch lady that I get food with, right?
It is.
Okay, fuck.
And she sees your condition. Oh, Avarif. Oh my gosh. And she stands up and brushes herself off. I am so sorry. I didn't mean to bump. Are you okay? Who did this to you?
You know, no, so funny thing. My friend Cyrus, he loves acting, he loves performing, he does all these wacky things. I thought I'd try my hand at it and surprise him with it. So I went like with a realistic death look, and we just got done with the scene. And I'm now going back just to go wash off. It's all fake. It's all fake.
All right. Can I go ahead and roll for you on deception?
Deception or performance. What I
Dog!
Natural 20!
Yo, what?
Bruh.
Dungeoning, it's the best.
No shit.
She starts poking at your chest, like trying to just like feel you. It hurts like hell, and she's just like, "Wow, it looks so real."
They did a wonderful job.
Oh my god! And she like kind of like pulls out one of your the holes in your jacket, and she goes,
Delicate.
"Oh, I'm so sorry. Isn't this your school uniform though?"
You know, I did take that into consideration, but the act was more important than the uniform. I can get a new uniform, but I can't perform a Class A act, you know, so we just rolled with it.
Wow, I didn't realize how dedicated you were to this.
As much as I love food, let me tell you.
Well, you know, I can sew, you know, so if you need me to weave anything together, you know, I can definitely fix anything damaged.
Well, how about we get some lunch next week, and I'll bring my uniforms there if they need it. Otherwise, we can just enjoy some lunch together. How about that?
All right, yeah, I'd be down for that.
Appreciate the offer on sewing. I didn't know you did sewing. That's amazing.
Yeah, I mean, you know, fixing damaged things and putting it back where they belong, it's kind of my thing.
Does that work with... Sorry. I was gonna say, you know what? Fuck it. Does that work with people too? Does that? He's just gonna laugh to himself.
He just starts laughing. Yeah, no, yeah, lunch. I was on my way to see Show. We had plans tonight.
Remind me who Show is again.
The student
The-
council president.
Oh,
Like
fuck,
your
that's so
future.
important. Got my future, huh?
You cut
I
out,
didn't
Val.
hear what you said, Val.
Oh,
I said
hello?
like the future king.
Yeah, future
Oh,
king of Oscar.
Oh, that's definitely important.
A little bit.
I was like, oh, well, I mean, yeah, no worry. Don't let me hold you up. You know, you go enjoy your lunch.
Oh well, I mean, it's like late dinner now.
Times. You know how it is. Sorry, it's been inside the whole day.
Oh, there he is! Show! And she starts waving.
Can I look to Dane and say, we need to get out of here, dude.
Yeah, we gotta go. We gotta go.
Hey, you know what? You enjoy your lunch. I'm not gonna argue dinner, late dinner, whatever it is. We need to go wash this off. This stuff is like sticky. I'm gonna start like walking backwards.
Mm-hmm.
See you in the lunch place, cafeteria. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna start walking away.
All right. So you start walking
Finger guns
away.
while I do it.
So you are looking in that direction of them.
Yeah, just to kind of see maybe Show's face and maybe run.
Okay. So you see Show's face. It looks like he has a bruise above his right eye.
Oh. So he got him to fight himself. He'd understand. All right, I'm gonna turn back around and start walking the fuck out.
Okay. Yeah, you definitely can. And yeah, you get away, and Show's just kind of looking at you, and then he sees Dane, and he nods at him, and then he looks at Sharina, and they walk back to his office.
Perfect. Yeah, I need. How do you regen health in the real world?
Let's Dane just kind of grabs you and says, well, instead of, you know, going to the infirmary and having to explain how you got this beat up, let's just go to the Cloud Catacombs and meet up with the others.
You know, I'm down with that.
Okay.
Let's get out of here.
So you guys can make your way. Sent, as you are leaving the Cloud Catacombs, Dane and Avrith are walking out the front entrance of the academy towards the Cloud Catacombs. Avrith looks like hell. He just looks awful.
It's about what I thought you'd look like.
Popping me up and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's gonna run over, grab his other shoulder. Yeah, I thought you'd look like this, and just kind of starts carting him over.
No, I did not
Yeah.
expect everything would transfer over, but yeah, here we are.
Yeah.
Yep, that's how it goes. And you guys can go into the Cloud Catacombs nice and easy, unaccosted. Cyrus, Cinna, You guys are still kind of chilling by Lathander's fire, and in comes Scent Dane, and they are propping up a very like on the verge of death Avarith.
Oh wow, you look like shit.
I'm gonna just run up.
I'm gonna spit some blood.
I'm just gonna run up and then just pour down your throat a potion of greater healing.
I will take that.
That's 44 plus 4.
Yeah, so go ahead and roll that.
You want me to do it for him?
Yeah, because you're the one administering it.
Okay, cool. That'll be 15 health.
Nice.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's a lot better than what I'm at.
That's above half. So.
Oh, thank God. That's the pain gone. Or at least most of it. Oh.
I would've, used my little healing hands thing, but I did that to make sure Senna wouldn't die.
That's fine. I think after that palace, we are all needing a long rest.
Yeah. I think you more than anybody, Avrith.
Yeah, I'm just gonna look over Dane very slowly and just smile, be like, yeah.
That was yikes.
Yeah, we got a lot to talk about.
Yeah, well,
All right.
I ain't got no place to be, so. You said Lathander's fire. Is it? Did he make a campfire?
Yeah, he did.
Like, is
He's
it
like-
part of him?
I mean, sort of. He's like supplying the heat and the flame. So
You just kind of see Lathander just kind of like
Yeah.
crouched over, like holding
Oh,
his
okay.
hands
So
up,
he's just, like,
and just the
tending a
fire's
fire.
still going.
yeah.
Just like he's
That's
like, it looks
cool.
like he's warming himself up by the fire, but it's actually just him.
Yeah, just
manifesting
making
the
a
fire. He's
fire.
just like gonna look over to you, and he'll like just give a solemn nod and just be like, "Come on over."
Cinna's like crisscross applesauce in a blanket next to the fire.
Okay. Cool. I'm gonna sit right next to that fire. Very content.
All right.
She's
So you
offering.
So food doesn't regenerate HP, right?
No.
Okay.
Unless it is specified like a special kind of food, no, it does not.
Okay. Okay. Do I have a regular potion of healing in my inventory?
Let me see.
I think I have 2.
You have a potion of greater, and that's all I see. One potion of greater.
Damn.
Scent.
Okay, never mind. Then.
Oh no, you have one. You have one regular potion of healing.
Yes,
Oh, okay.
Scent is just gonna put his hand on Avarith's shoulder and just say, "Let's just rest here for a while. Just for a short while. Just sit down, rest, recover. We just got out of something very difficult. Just relax for a moment and just sit by the fire."
I'm gonna lay down and kind of just clouds, if there are clouds.
Yeah,
Cinna's
there are.
kind of like wiggling her toes. She's gonna look at Dan and be like, "What took you guys so long?"
Dying and explaining that I'm not dying.
Yeah. We had to run away from Alessandra. Good call on getting Gage involved. He definitely, I think, interfered there.
Yeah.
We ran into Sho and Sharina.
Oh,
Yeah. So
How did they
We're having a
take
little
seeing
late night
Avarith?
dinner.
Avrith was great.
But how did they take seeing them though? Like,
Yeah, how'd you manage to get away without them asking questions?
Well, I'm gonna kind of look at Cyrus. I kind of used your performance act as a getaway type deal.
Very
Just
convincing.
joined the drama club.
Very convincing.
Listen, they're not gonna be upset. They're gonna eat their dinner and forget it ever happened. All right.
Sharina was so impressed with him.
Even though it was actually just me dying.
You know, so long as it worked, that's fine. But like, you
So,
know, I'm
club?
just, yeah, just barely joined the club this past week, so that's fine.
so is Avarath joining the club?
No.
I
He's
was
not.
like a guest act is what we're going with the story.
Sure.
But really, just don't ask questions. Is the better option?
Cool.
You know, we're gonna have to get the clothes fixed.
I'm gonna look down and be like, yeah, that's probably not a bad idea. Well,
Can't you
actually,
ask
Serene
Gage?
did say that she'll sew it for me. I just don't really want her near clothes and ask questions.
Why not ask Gage to do it then?
That he probably would actually be the best person to ask.
Cool. Well, anything else notable happen as you guys were leaving? Because the three of us kind of just had to run away from Ionos.
He experienced it.
Run.
I guess you could say we kind of had to put our own performance.
See, we're all in the same circle. It's all fine.
But it was weird though, because it was like someone else had a hand in things. Dent had left a trail of playing cards.
Oh shit. Sorry.
You're good.
I was sniffling his truck accidentally.
Oops.
Jesus. Dent had left a trail of playing cards. Those are missing. I left the door open. It was closed,
Oh.
and I was the last one in.
So someone else that wasn't affected by the time maybe did something?
Which, considering who we ran into when we were inside of Ionos' palace, is quite plausible.
But doesn't that mean he... Well... Oh, shit.
There was two people.
It was
It
Weaver
is
and that masked man.
But, I mean, if they could have just killed us if that's the case, or
Well,
something.
the thing is, though, we'd at least have some kind of marker because you smacked him in the face, no? And she's pointing to Sam.
I knocked off part of his mask. I don't know what damage it might have dealt, but I was able to knock off a portion of his mask.
What'd you see? I wasn't looking. What'd you see?
All I really saw was just red eyes and what felt like a sinister aura. That was really it.
Hmm.
And as for the previous question, for show, the only thing that was weird was... Wait a second. Show... What side of the face did you hit him on again? The masked man. Which side?
It was the left side
Right
of
side.
his face? Right side, thank you.
Yep.
Sorry, goddammit. The right side of his face.
Show also had a bruise, if I remember correct. It's on his right face, right? Right side?
Mhm.
Yeah, a bruise on his right eye. Specifically where you may have shot him. I mean, it might be a coincidence, but he did have a bruise, and that was the only
Okay.
other thing.
It's not a coincidence.
So we have an idea of
Suspicion.
who
I
the
guess.
masked man is? Who would be Weaver then?
Wait, what color's eyes are show? Do we know, or is that like an observable
Red.
thing?
They're red.
Oh.
Show is red. It has red eyes with black hair.
See.
That's why when you asked, do we know anyone with red eyes? I said yes.
I see. Well, I mean, suspicions and putting everything together, that's definitely a high suspicion area. I'm gonna sit up now and kind of be like pondering.
Who would show trust enough to name Weaver?
And we didn't even recognize the person.
It could be somebody not affiliated with the school.
Yeah,
She was young enough.
Weaver was someone we did not recognize, correct, Dashing?
You never saw her face.
Okay.
Avaraf's
Oh,
like,
he had a mask on, huh?
She had a hood up that was obscuring her face. Even
I beat her to a
even
pulp, though,
even
you
when
know?
you were holding her by the even when you were holding her by the throat, you never saw her face.
Really? Shit.
Hmm.
Wait. So, in theory, then, if they saw our faces, which are recognizable, well, no, that wouldn't make sense. Because Serene, I mean, I beat the shit out of her. I mean, whoever that was as bloodied, or if not more bloody than me. so it couldn't have been her.
Except I gave them a healing potion.
Well, they probably left significantly sooner than we did.
Yeah. So
that means-
there's only so much that we can infer, but it's safe to assume that they left the palace before we ever finished.
But she
And
ran
if that
into me
man
so
is-
coincidentally.
I mean, she did say she had plans with him, so
Hmm.
We're just gonna kind of look to the sky and just be like, well, I don't like this.
I think that's something I gotta do. Instead's gonna stand up and leave the cloud catacombs.
okay.
I'm gonna walk inside real quick. Hold up.
Dina's gonna follow after him.
No, you need to rest.
I'm fine.
I slapped her on the back and pretty much got her back up to snuff. So
Yeah, yeah. Finally seeing Sent like take, or not Sent, but Senna taking off the blanket or whatever. Seeing her, it's like, okay, come with me. And he's gonna start beelining it to
They're
shows.
just gone, like in the shadows. They're just gone.
Yeah, he is beelining it to shows.
Yeah. All right. So you can.
Do we know how much
Easy
time's
enough.
really passed while we were in the cloud catacombs, or like
I
how long we were
mean-
sitting down?
Probably like a half hour ish.
Okay. Yeah, he's gonna make his way over still.
All right.
Just-
You can definitely do that. The light is on in his office.
Being so is we're at the door for the office.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you're like outside.
Geared to the door.
Okay. Roll perception.
$14.
Muffled voices.
She's just gonna whisper, "I'm gonna try." Little tail whipping around, excited.
Yeah, he's gonna
Okay.
he's just back off a little bit. Let's
It's perception.
Perception. Yep.
I don't got shit.
It's more muffled than you've ever heard in your life. Kind of like
This is
the Charlie Brown, like
Yeah.
adult voices. Yeah.
And it's like the little books we used to read as kids that like made fun of adults.
Hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Fuck.
As quietly as she can do that impression. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa.
The fuck. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what to do.
We could either knock or we could slide under a note.
What would be right?
She's gonna like pull him a little farther away from the door.
Yeah, we'll go about 10, 15 feet away.
She's been like, okay, well, if we write, are we just gonna be creepy and be like, I know what you are? There's not really a way that we can do this, I guess. Oh, this is our entire livelihood we're going against.
This is a lot of us that we're going against. Hmm.
Because if it is them, that is our entire country we're going against.
We might have to. Let's not say anything. Don't write anything. Don't say anything. Nothing. Not yet. He knows who we are. We have an idea that it's him.
You know, just like a little confirmation for once in this shit show would be nice.
No, I have an idea. Why don't we, he's gonna walk further out.
Okay.
And it's not gonna be like far enough away. It's gonna kind of find like a, the closest like kind of cubby, like indent in a wall or whatever. They can kind of like sneak around and kind of just press themselves against to kind of be out of eye shot, just in case. Let's follow them. Once they're going to dinner, we'll follow them to dinner. We'll find some way to, you know, not be seen. We're good at disguises. Hide our tails, hide our ears, etc. Hoods on, all that stuff. We should be able to make it and just see if we can find something between those two. If they have some sort of dinner, maybe there's some sort of info we might have, because Short doesn't go out. Why would he go out with Sharina, right?
I mean, it is his sister.
But they don't really do much, do they? Like
I mean,
together?
they kind of do. Sometimes. The off chance. Okay, fine.
We need to keep an eye on him.
She's going to start disguising scent while he's watching,
Okay.
hiding the ears and tails and stuff.
Oh, he's just gonna tuck his tail like in his pants. Just gonna run down one leg as best he can.
Hat and everything, you know. Thank God they're very similar sizes.
Mm-hmm.
I think the move here would be if you do you have more cards?
Well, I always have cards. he's just gonna just a big grin pops up on his face. I always have them.
Okay. So you leave a trail that I will pick up this time, just a little more spread out of a trail.
How did you not pick them up before? All right.
I was in a bit of a panic.
Okay.
But because you are, I'm pretty sure, a bit more stealthy than I am. I'm a bit better at lying. It makes more sense if you were in the shadows following, and I just from a distance, you know.
Yeah, I think you're right. Let's do that. What I will do is the cards will be pointed in the direction we're going, face up. Face up would mean if we're at a crossroads, face up would mean left, face down will be right. Just in case. We'll just make our way to wherever the heck it is that they're having dinner and talking, because I'm concerned that the first thing he would do once he gets back is go to dinner with his sister. It's a bit odd.
She's gonna like scramble for a pen really quick.
Yes. So yeah.
When she grabs one, she's gonna hand it to you and be like, "Once you find the place, write it down on the last card, and we'll go to dinner ourselves."
Sure. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. We haven't
Our
you know,
wallet will cry, but we'll do it.
we haven't had dinner in a bit, anyways, together, just us. So why not? All right. He's gonna kind of shoo her away. He's like, "Oh, I'll wait here." And he's just gonna press himself against and just wait for them to come out. However long it's gonna be, he's just gonna rest here and wait.
All right. You can 100% do that. While you are waiting, Cyrus and Avarif. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. What are you guys doing?
I'm just kind of sitting there trying to process everything as the freaking can of worms we've opened just continues to become more wormy.
Mm-hmm.
The more we try to do to help people, the more we fucking find that isn't so hot.
That isn't our fault, though. I mean, we do still want to help people. It's just, I think we're finding out how bad this situation is.
Yeah. Question to DM, what day is it again? Is it Friday or is it Saturday?
Today is Friday.
Okay, cool, that's what I thought.
Yep.
That man, if it is Sho, he mentioned something against, like he had some grudge against Istis. Dane, shouldn't we ask her if she's aware of any villains or people that she knows despise her that would act against her, perhaps?
Isn't your sister a sweetheart? Why would anyone go for her?
I mean, yeah, politics number one, but number two, I feel like Istis would have definitely told us if there was anybody to look out for. She never even mentioned that there were other, Persona users or that she was in contact with anybody. So I feel like she probably would have said something.
Yeah, but
She was so convinced that I was the only one, and then when I found you guys, or, encountered you guys, she seemed really surprised.
But does she not know about the masked man and the weaver? I mean,
Well,
those
if there
are
are,
two other users.
then she might not know, even though they very clearly know about her.
Which means it is most likely someone to do with politics, which points even closer to show, which is terrifying.
we should still ask her. She must have some inkling of any sort of other being that exists in this world that is her natural enemy that would oppose her, because if Istis is the one who's able to facilitate our powers, who's to say some other god or being isn't able to facilitate others?
Question. All right, shall we venture in then?
Yeah, let's do this.
All right.
We gotta get some answers.
So the three of you are going. What's up?
Wait, where are we venturing in?
You are venturing further into the Cloud Catacombs to speak with Istis directly.
Oh, got you. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So you make your way in. You find Istis. She is at her desk, and she sees the three of you. Hello. I wasn't expecting your company, although I did notice your entry. And it seems also that you have already cleansed one. Congratulations.
Thank you. Istis, we ran into other Persona users while we were in my sister's palace. And they were against us. They tried to kill us. Is there any other being, any god that you know of that could also grant similar powers? Or at least facilitate those kinds of powers? Channel through however means. Because one of them said he basically had a direct grudge against you. Said that what you were doing and what we were trying to do was bad for the world.
Can we also add that he was immensely stronger than us, named some kind of creature as well? I mean, this power was no joke.
Yeah. He rode in on this giant monstrous beast. Whether or not that could have been his persona or not, we don't know, but he had full control over it, and he had an ally that, while we were able to best for the most part, still roughed us up pretty badly.
I could have fucking killed her. He's gonna see him throw hands in the corner.
This is troubling, to say the least. If there are other Persona users out there that I'm unaware of, then they are disguising themselves well. My list of enemies in all of my time in existence, not just in this realm, is extensive. They are dangerous. And if any one of them were to venture into this realm, I am quite positive it would be a catastrophe to deal with.
Well, not to be a downer here, but I think we're already having to ward off this crisis. Could it be that they're the reason why people have palaces manifesting that the world is without magic?
The world being without magic was the doing of your ancestors at the very dawn of the current time. Now, the ones who broke the veil initially to reintroduce, to create these palaces, to allow me to burrow myself in as well, likely could be the enemy that you're speaking of.
What about that friend we made that also came through the veil? I mean, they didn't have evil intentions. I mean, they don't even think they had any intentions.
I mean, she was able to break the veil because it's already damaged. No normal mortal would, even with the assistance of just a single god, would be able to do this. It would take a higher, older, stronger, not to discount Thanatos' power, but it would take somebody far more powerful to completely smash the veil, as there was a massive hole when I repaired it and met Dane. And she looks at Dane and he sort of like looks unsure, but he's like, I mean, it sounds accurate. When the veil was first broken, as this says, there was no earthquakes as it was when, Thanatos broke through. But otherwise, I mean, it just seems weird that Istis, that you never experienced anybody other than us. And he looks at you, Cyrus, and he looks at Avarith for like almost reassurance that he's saying something right. And then he just kind of sits back in his seat, and Istis nods and she says, well, Naveen was definitely an outlier coming from another realm. But if there are more people here, like I was saying, then it is surely something to keep our eyes on. Do you have an inkling of who they might be already?
We don't have confirmation, but it's very likely that it's a fellow student of high standing in the academy.
And high standing should not be taken lightly.
High standing both in the academy and in the real world, the political world. And based off of who else's palaces that we're aware of, it's just one hell of a spider web.
Oh boy. Well, let me see what I can find on my end of things, trying to search the veil, see if I can find some sort of magical signature. We might be able to narrow something down on who the one who is ultimately behind these wrongdoers are. And hopefully we can nip this in the bud, and then we can slowly mop up the palaces from there and repair your veil to completion.
Is it not also concerning, like Cyrus was saying, there is so many palaces, so much hatred almost towards people? I don't know a lot about this stuff, but it doesn't seem normal.
No, it is not normal. Your lands were not as corrupted a few 15, 20 years ago when I first became aware of your land. It was a better place. That is why the Officers Academy was established. You had reached peace for 300 years almost. And it wasn't until the last 15, 20 years, just before you lot were born, things started to become unraveled.
Was there any factions that was opposed to the peace? People that, didn't want it? Oh, surely there's outliers.
There's plenty of reasons as to why somebody might not want peace.
Mm-hmm.
Case in point, warmongers, people who make money off of war, making weapons, profiteering.
Wow. Saying for history, though, well, who out of our factions would have been opposed?
That's
It's this.
we'll have to figure out.
Istis just looks at you guys and she just says, I'm not too accustomed with your land's history completely, but I am inclined to agree with Cyrus that war is the most profitable business there is. And if there is peace, then mercenaries, adventurers, soldiers, they all lose their jobs.
can't ask Estes for all the answers. But I'm sure we'll figure things out as time goes on. We have our objectives right now, and we just have to keep the grind
Yes.
as we go deeper and deeper.
Well, is there anything that you require of me? Any assistance with your personas that you've garnered in this palace, or anything else?
I mean,
I
just
think
wanted
as
to
we're-
at least inform you.
Yeah, I think for now, I think we all just need to rest and then figure out our next point before we need your assistance again, Estes. But should you find out anything that would be pertinent, please let us know.
Yes. Well, there were some hiccups in the High Forest. So if you do find budding palaces, people who seem troubled or have been reported as, troubling, it would behoove you to, at the very least, if you know their name, to check the High Forest.
Understood.
Actually, a really good point. We found out a lot of clues last time.
Well, I guess I know what else we're doing this weekend.
Yay, another non-break weekend.
We shouldn't expect anything else, man. When God gives you powers like this, there was a reason for it, not just to have fun.
Well, I mean, sitting down wouldn't hurt us too much. Okay, yeah, fuck it. Let's just get busy.
Okay, we ball.
Where the ball is at? Oh, come on.
What kind of phrasing is that?
Dane gets up. All right. Well, thank you, Estes. I think we're good for now. And Dane is gonna turn around and start to begin to leave.
I'll also get up and follow him.
I'll follow suit.
All right, and you can go ahead and leave the Cloud Catacombs.
Thank you, Estes.
And you are back outside in front of the academy. Dane turns to the two of you and he says, I really don't want to believe that masked man is Sho. I really don't want to believe that.
Everything's pointing to it for now, but it is a new clue, and we still are kind of angsty, so it's...
For now, it's simply just a coincidence that could lead to something else. I'm sure Senna and Scent are going to do their own investigation since they're close with Sho.
Yeah.
So we'll just wait to hear back from them and then make our plans accordingly. For now, we either go eat, go drink, both, or go pass the hell out.
I need to find Gage. I have a few things to catch him up with. But
Right.
if you two go somewhere, I'll sure I can come find you somewhere.
All right. I mean, it is getting fairly late, and Dane looks up and it's like pitch black out. It's getting to like 8 p.m. at this point.
That's a good point.
So
It's Friday, you know?
yeah, Friday nights. Any thoughts, Cyrus?
Well, could
I'm gonna
always
start
stop by.
walking.
Could always stop by the Naughty Elf to see what the theme of the night is, and I'll just like elbow him. Maybe it'll be something up your alley.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose.
That was a joke. That was a joke. I'm too tired to dare go to the Naughty Elf
All right, maybe next time.
with a group. And
Yeah.
listen next time, so that way Senna doesn't yell.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
Well, could go back to Brew Bros.
I mean, I'm down for a few drinks at the very least.
Let's do that.
All right. Brew Bros, Avrith, if you get to us.
I'll turn around and be like, heard. I'll see you there. Maybe, possibly, yeah.
Sure. For giving the most confirmation answer ever.
Of all time, yeah. All right, so you can head to Brew Bros with Dane, Cyrus. Avrif, where are you going?
I am going. Sorry, I'm gonna push talk. I'm gonna try and find Gage. If not, I'm just gonna return back to my quarters and do the bell again and see.
All right, easy enough. So you go ahead and ring the bell, and a moment passes, and you just hear knock, knock, knock on your room door.
I'm gonna ask, who's that?
You rang, Master Avrif.
I did indeed, actually. Hey, come on in.
He enters the room. 2 times in one night.
There's a lot more that happened, specifically.
All right.
Well, why don't you take a seat? I know you usually refuse, but this might be a little bit.
Okay. And he just stands there.
Okay. Did you see me when I called for you before you talked to that lady? Did you see me at all?
You
What
looked like
condition he was in?
you looked like hell.
Do you have any questions?
Master Avrif, your business is your business. If you had gotten into a fight, which it did not seem like you had gotten into a fight with Lady Alessandra based on her appearance, and Master Dane is not one to abuse his friends as such. The cuts and damage seems to have already repaired itself for the most part on your body.
Does that not perk your curiosity at all, or maybe something you already know? He's just gonna kind of like glint his eyes a little bit.
Like I said, your secrets are your own. If you wish to tell me how this is possible, outside of some hocus pocus style stuff, then I haven't the foggiest idea.
Well, Gage, I'd lay my life down on your trust and what my trust means to you.
Likewise.
There's something new that happened this year. Something that maybe was a calling, maybe it was some kind of fragment of, I don't know, a piece of me that was already there and I just didn't see it.
Are you finally interested in women? Or is it a sexual awakening of some kind?
No, not that. Did you think I liked men?
It was, never mind.
Yeah, okay. No, it's not sexual. Well, actually, if damage was from sexual, that would have been 9.5.
I mean, you said an awakening, so sometimes people, go hand in hand. Anyway, continue.
That would be a crazy night. Anyways, no, there's no easy way to say this. Gods, plural, exist. And I have been chosen by a god. And well, he's a very tall man, but he's very kind. And with this, there's sorts of power. This is going to sound fantasy. I know you read these books to me when I was growing up, but it's real. And I'm not the only one, and there's deeming to be more people, and that ultimately is going to be a lot more danger that I don't even know you could handle, per se.
A very tall man.
Look, why are we on men now? What?
You were the one who said it, not me.
True, but I mean, I said a lot of things there, and that's what we're fixating on. Okay,
Well, I'm not fixating on it. I'm just asking you a question. Who is he?
So does people know like common knowledge about gods at all, or no? Like, is this like a whole?
For the most part, For the most part,
So these gods
are.
exist.
Yeah. So gods exist, and even your country worships, a deity. That's not to say that other deities don't exist. It's just what the majority of your people. It's kind of like religion. You know what I mean? Just because a majority of people are, just for saying like are Christian, doesn't mean everybody in the country is a Christian. You know what I mean?
So that there is knowledge. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. It's Helm. I'm sure you've heard of him.
Kind of narrows his eyes and he kind of cocks his head. The Great Guard, the Watcher, Vigilant One.
The God Helm. Yeah, all those titles. The Protector, and yeah. That's...
You saying you spoke with him?
Multiple occasions, and he lets me borrow his powers, or I'm not exactly sure how it works, but I...
Did you hit your head? And he walks over and he starts looking through your hair,
like bat his hands away. No. I assure you, my injuries were not head related. No, I'm not that head either. I feel like I should clarify. No, are mortals able to go through the catacombs as well, or no? Or is it only us?
As far as you are aware, nobody else is able to see the door to the catacombs.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay.
However, you are aware that if you enter into that space, you effectively just disappear.
Interesting. Okay. Listen, I don't know many ways to show you because it's not... you can't conjure it here. You can't put it here. You can't... Magic doesn't exist here, but there's a plane where this sounds so unbelievable. Listen, Gage, again, I trust you. I need you to trust me here.
Okay.
There are dangers and very dangerous people around this school and maybe even elsewhere, I don't know, but it's a lot right now, and there's only one lead I have, and that's why I called you. I need to ask a request of you.
Whatever you ask of me, Master Avrif, it will be done.
Apparently it's in two, but one's a lot easier. I need to have dinner, some kind of time with my brother, and I need you to keep my sister far, far away.
Lady Artoria is not one to be toiled with.
No, and I'm sure she'll give you hell, but you're smart. I'm sure you'll think of something, or maybe you can pull pranks on her all day from the shadows and mess it up. I don't know.
Yes. I can do so. Just so you are aware, Lady Anastasia, my sister, has informed me that Lady Artoria, my bad, mistakes. She does wish to have dinner with you as well.
Oh. Like soon, or?
Well, Theobald approached me and reconfirmed your dinner with Lord Artorius, and then moments later, Anastasia approached me and told me Lady Artoria wished to also have dinner separately of the two.
Have separate dinners. Okay. He's gonna kind of scratch his head a little bit. My sister rarely likes to spend time with me with people. I couldn't imagine by herself. Yeah, okay, let's find a day to do. I mean, we could have lunch and dinner. I could do both in the same day. I mean,
lunch and dinner?
Yeah.
A specific day? And you want Sunday, Saturday, a weekday?
It's the weekend, and I need to get this done sooner than later. Let's try for tomorrow, and if they're too busy, try for Sunday. This weekend alone will be good.
It shall be done, my lord.
Thank you. And second request is wow, no, it's dumb. It's not even something that I can do quite yet. Don't worry about it.
No, listen. Anything you ask of me will be done. stupid or not.
Okay. You spare time around your campus and spare time around these schools. There's a man with red eyes.
Mhm.
Not common, but hey. Oh wait, sorry. Is Show a female or
Joe was a man.
man? Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought the student council president was a female though.
Student council vice president is.
Oh, vice president. Oh shit.
That's
Okay, so
Ionis.
we're dealing with the big dog. Okay. You might have probably heard of him. Maybe it's the student council president.
Show Oscar. Very nice man.
You've interacted with him.
On accident.
Do tell.
Well, when he would ask me to look into the events of, the former abuse, and most recently with the vandalism of the agriculture,
Yeah, no, I
Classroom.
remember this not too long ago.
which I did. I actually wanted to report that to you, so I'm glad that you rang the bell for that. I encountered Sho. He was also doing a light bit of investigation for the professor, Edison Seville.
Are you meaning to tell me that he saw you when you were investigating? I mean, you're like a shadow. You're never there. How did?
Well, I went and spoke with Professor Addison Seville, so I wasn't in the shadow, and Sho had arrived and also to ask about it, interestingly enough.
So a separate investigation. But that doesn't make any sense. The things would be helping him. Why would he investigate the things that are... Or maybe it wouldn't... Oh, shit. What else did you find?
About the vandalizers or about Sho?
Vandalizers first. Let's get that out of the way.
Yes. So I put on a disguise. Sorry, I stole one of your spare uniforms.
That's fine. I'm gonna look down at my old uniform that's all crumpled up and...
I will have that one disposed of.
Hey, thank you.
And I went around and I spoke with some of the other students, trying to get in with, the more seedier crowds. They were talking about one Jacob Ilton and Sarah Pommel. They were looking to get some clout, as the kids say. A little bit of a reputation amongst the more hardcore crowds, I guess, in the city. And to do that, they vandalized the agriculture shed. I guess it was some kind of statement point that they could get away with it without being heard, although it seems that there was a bit of bragging about how much of a tizzy it put Seville into.
So they wanted reputation by... Does that mean even they were associated then? I mean, sounds so separate from everything.
Well, that's probably because it is very separate. I don't think that Sho would be involved with something like that. It doesn't seem... I mean, I know I'm speaking out of a Lion Master, but it just seems, a man in Sho's stature wouldn't need people that low status.
So separated incidents from specifically what we were investigating. Okay, well that's good, but you said Sho was a good man, and he was also investigating.
Likely at the behest of Professor Seville, or at the very least, maybe him or anybody he might be involved with. Maybe has an interest in the agriculture club and brought it up with him.
Well, I guess he's president and all, so that checks out, but... Damn. Some things happened and a few things lined up, and he's on our suspicion list of potential individuals that might be very dangerous. I mean, he is dangerous with the power he holds, but it's a different kind of dangerous. Well, yeah, if you have any more run-ins with him, or if you see him around more, just maybe linger, watch, and see if he does discover you. Because anyone who can see you is Definitely someone who would be a point of interest.
Would you like me to follow him?
I wouldn't say follow, just if you see him around, maybe just snoop around a little bit. See what you can find. But I tell you to be careful, because if he is who I think he is, I really don't have good feeling about it.
Right, very well. I will report to... What was that?
Your safety's number one. So if you feel compromised, if you sense that he senses you or knows he's following you, abort immediately. Just get out of there.
Very well. I will inform you tomorrow morning about your siblings' lunch and dinner plans.
Please.
All right. Have a good night, Master.
Yeah, you too, Gation. Thanks for helping out earlier. I think that actually let me get away.
Quite so. It seemed pretty pressing.
It's a long story. Even longer.
Yes, magic and all that.
Yeah, that stuff. But you have a good night, Gage. I'll catch you up on more if I find out more.
Yes. And he turns around and he leaves the room.
Sweet.
So what are you doing?
Well, let's say that took like 30 minutes, I would say, about.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
It's like getting close to 9 p.m. at this point.
9 p.m., okay.
Yeah.
It's funny because it's almost 9 p.m. for me.
Yeah.
Let's see. So I'm at like 17 HP, 18 HP.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Fuck it. Let's go to the Brew Bros. Let's have a good time.
Okay, cool. All right, Scent. Hello.
Hi.
How's it going?
I'm all right. I'm vibing.
All right. Good. So you are hanging out just outside of Show's office, a little bit out of range. The light starts to dim as if, the candle lights are being put out. And you see the door open and Sharina walks out. And she's wearing a coat of some kind. And she turns and she says, I can't believe that you're free enough to go out to dinner. This is crazy. You're just always so busy. And you see Show and you see the bruise over his right eye from where you're standing. And he says, yes, well, I had to make time. After all, you are my sister.
How similar is that voice to the one we just heard in the palace?
It's eerie because the guy in the palace was wearing a mask, so it did alter his voice a little. But listening to Show talk, I mean, you've heard Show talk almost your whole life. Off and on at like rallies and stuff like that, or just in general, just being in the vicinity sometimes when he's around. It doesn't sound similar, but it doesn't sound dissimilar.
Okay. Like fluctuations in the voice and stuff are fairly similar. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. He's gonna if he can somehow press himself further into like whatever cubby he's in, or make it look like he's like working on something in the corner, just like be it put in like some sort of paper up or something.
Yeah.
Whatever it is he can do to kind of make himself blend in like he's a worker.
Make a stealth check.
Okay.
You're trying to be a little more sneaky about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, not very sneaky. So they turn and they start walking away.
Out of eyesight, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep, they start walking the other direction.
Just in his head, he's gonna just start counting to about probably 5, maybe 7 seconds, and then he's gonna round the corner and start following.
Okay, you can definitely do so. You're following at a distance.
Yeah, I would say about, let's say 40, 50 feet away.
Easy enough. Yeah, so you don't hear any of their conversation, really. They're not talking loud enough to be able to hear it, but they do start walking into the city.
Okay. Is Sharina's like her body language is just very loose, just hanging out with her brother, just very okay, comfortable.
Yeah,
Okay.
very, very open, very comfortable.
Okay. And Show's just Show.
Yeah,
Okay.
Show is he's just walking normally, hands in pocket, just kind of walking. He does throw a hood up so people don't recognize him. You know, he is the Prince of Oscar. He is also the student council president. So it's like, ugh.
Okay. I would say until they start leaving leaving the academy.
Okay.
Is when he's gonna start placing down cards. Every 500 feet, he's gonna put one down.
Okay, easy enough.
If at any crossroads, depending on what direction they're going in, he's gonna do what he told Cinna: face up for right, face down for left, and just continue to go.
Okay. Yeah, you can do so. Cinna, how far behind Scent are you walking?
I'd say like, I feel like 30, 50 feet is good enough to like keep eyes on him.
Mm-hmm.
The cards, at least.
Okay.
Yeah. Easy enough. So you can do that. It's easy enough to find the cards, easy enough to follow. You follow him into the city, deeper into the city, towards the red light district.
How crowded is it here? Just out of curiosity.
I mean, it's a Friday night, so there's a lot of people around. It's easy to keep track of them because of how close you are.
Okay.
And it's still easy enough for you, Cinna, because you are still, within eyesight of Scent, and he is a rather, he's rather large. So it's easy enough to keep eyes on him and, where the cards are dropping. But there is a lot of people, a lot of foot traffic going around, so it does make it easier for you to sort of blend in. So I'm not even going to make you roll for it. And you follow them into the red light district. Interestingly enough, Avarith, this is around the same time that you are walking into the red light district.
I haven't been here technically, right?
You have been to the red light district before.
Okay. I just haven't been to the Naughty Elf. That's all I haven't been.
Yeah. You have. I don't think you've been to Brew Bros, but you know where it is.
Because. No, it was the Adventurers Guild that I was talking to. Never mind.
Yeah. But yeah, so you are making your way to Brew Bros, and you actually see Sharina. As you're walking towards Brew Bros, you see Sharina, and she sees you.
Oh, fuck.
And she smiles and says, Avarith! Hello!
Serena, hello. Hi, how you doing? I'm gonna very slowly and cautiously walk forward.
They stop moving to go say hi to Avarith.
Yeah, you then lock eyes and you see Avarith being approached by Sho and Sharina.
Right. So Sen's just gonna completely ignore Avarith and just kind of just duck into maybe a side alley or something and just kind of just sit there and wait.
Okay. Senna, what are you doing?
I see him.
You see this shortly after Sen sees it, and you see him start to slink into an alleyway.
Keeping my distance, kind of just, pretending to look at other shops and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Sen's just gonna sit against the wall, just arms crossed, just ears listening in.
Okay, you can definitely do that. Yeah, so Sharina and Sho walk up to you, Avarith, and Sharina looks at you and says, Sho didn't get a really good look at your not performance, but how you looked for your performance. It was so impressive.
My costume, yeah.
Yeah.
No, wait, have I met Show before, by the way? Like,
This is your first official meeting for
first
show.
official encounter. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna reach out my hand. Wait, is it rude? Oh fuck! I'm gonna reach out my hand anyways. Be like, name's Avreth. I talk to Serena quite often now. We've been some good lunch buddies. And just kind of maybe shake his hand.
He looks down at your hand. His hands are in his pockets, and he looks up at you and he says, "Show Oscar." And he takes his hand out and he shakes your hand and he says, "It is very nice to meet you, Prince Avreth Sested."
No need for formalities. We're just a student here. So, but thank you. It's nice to meet you as well.
Well, when you are eating my sister, the princess of Oscar, it is a need for formalities.
That, you're absolutely right. My brother and sister would both be on me for that one. I apologize.
Yes, Prince Artorias is very much known for his attentiveness.
Indeed he is. I'm gonna smile and just turn to Sarah. What's her name again? Sharina.
Sharina.
Well, close.
Yeah.
It was nowhere close.
Did you guys already grab dinner, or has it been?
We were
still looking.
We were just going to dinner. We're going to the Crown. Do you want to join us? And she looks at Sho, and Sho says, she kind of shrugs and he says, "You're welcome to join."
I couldn't. It's harsh on the brother and sister dinner. I know how important my siblings take those, so
Question. Do I
What?
see Avreth panicking?
You said you were looking at shops and stuff?
Pretending to.
Pretending to. They are too out of range to hear what's going on.
That's why I asked if visually, if I could pick that up.
Make an insight check. We'll see if you can discern it or if you think it's just
Come on, Shinna. 15.
general. It's hard to tell. Avrith is a very animated person anyway. So it's hard to know if he's just having one of his weird, his Avrith moments, or if he's nervous. It's hard to tell.
I'm gonna go back and be like, but are you sure it really wouldn't be a bother?
And Sharina shakes her head. She says, "Absolutely not. I would love for you to join us."
Oh, now I'm scared. No night like another, huh? I'm gonna kind of look at Sho just to see his face, and maybe if it's changed at all.
His face has not changed this entire time.
Okay.
And he just kind of looks at Sharina and he looks back at you and he forces a half smile and he says, "The more the merrier."
Man, this guy is edgy. Am I still in my tattered clothing?
No, if you wanted to have changed, you could have.
Okay, yeah, I'm pretty sure Gage would not, because I think he said he was going to take those. So
Yeah.
okay, perfect. I guess. Well, on to dinner. Off we go then. I guess. Yeah.
All right. So you can begin walking with Sho and Sharina sent. You then see them. You then see them begin walking away from Brew Bros in the direction of the Crown.
He's following. Yeah.
Okay. Hey Cyrus, how's it going?
I just been drinking for God knows how long. Hey, Dane, how you doing?
Hey.
No, I'm not actually plastered.
Yeah, no. So you are at Brew Bros. You get there with Dane. Where are you sitting in Brew Bros?
We sat at the bar with Leo, or I sat at the bar with Leo before. Probably a table, not at the bar this time.
Okay.
Like back support on a seat for once.
Yeah, for sure. All right, so you can definitely do that, and Dane pays for your drink. And he just takes a deep breath. Oh, God. Quite the day, huh?
You're telling me.
He just takes a sip of his drink. I'm really kind of... Oh, that was... You know, I've done quite a few palaces since, you know, I've been at this academy and, you know, since everything going on. And that was very different with other people.
In a good way, I hope.
Yeah, well, it definitely showed me where you guys were at with this whole thing mentally. To see where I need to fit in or, you know, kind of guide for future palaces, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, considering what a... This is just me saying this objectively here. It's such a whiplash-like emotional state we all can be in.
Yeah.
Considering, you know, I just dragged everybody back into Ionos' palace, and then everybody's just kind of just dealt with it, even though I still gotta give answers outside of it being just heat of the moment, adrenaline, sort of decisions.
I mean, selfishness aside, I think we needed to do it sooner rather than later anyway, so...
Yeah, rationally looking at everything, it was the smarter call to tackle Ionos when it just so happened to happen. Since I have a feeling Leo's gonna be the big bad out of all of this. And if his influence is going to need to be challenged, we're going to need as many allies, even if they don't know they're allies, as we can get.
I think that I agree. I really do think that dealing with Leo is going to be paramount, but I do think that having Ionos in a better mindset, more herself, more put together, is going to be infinitely more helpful than fighting both of them.
Yeah. For sure. But, I'm sorry that I, just kind of dragged this all into Ionos' palace like that.
Well, I mean, for me, it's not really a big deal. I kind of went in whenever I felt like it, without you guys. So I just got to get used to having teammates, I guess. But, next time, maybe a heads up. A little bit heads up. So we're not running for our lives from, somebody in the student council. This is an ideal.
Yes, no, this, it was rough. It was just really rough. And, let's just say some tears were shed, and, I just felt like I had to do something. And that's the answer I saw.
It's, absolutely fair. I've never really had to deal with palaces that, emotionally meant something to me. So I can't even begin to imagine, what you had to put yourself through to get into that mindset.
A lot of it was just wanted to help. I promised her I'd help even if it hurt. And it definitely hurt some aspects of Ionos, but we helped her in the end, and I think that's gonna help us at large, outside of the obvious selfish aspect of me trying to get my sister back and get my own answers.
Right.
But, yeah. I just saw an opportunity, and that felt like it was going to be the best opportunity I had to at least get in there.
I'm not going to lie to you, I kind of agree with you on that end. I think that that palace might have been one of the more difficult ones to achieve entry into, just with how abrasive she can be. I mean, hell, I had to all but body check her to get in there the first time in a crowd, so...
Well, you know, it's done now, and we have bigger problems and bigger fish to fry. So,
Understatement.
you know, you're right. I'm just gonna, you know what? I'm done with analogies. Let's just drink, and I'll just take a swig of my drink.
Yeah, he also takes a drink, and he looks out the window as he's just kind of like spinning his glass. It's gonna get more difficult from here. I can already feel it.
Never gets easier.
Oh, there's Avrith. He's on his way in, and he points out the window.
I'll turn to look. I'm like, oh yeah.
Oh,
Should we
Wait,
go get
weren't
him?
Weren't we going to the palace for food?
you were heading to Brew Bros, and you were intercepted by Sharina and Joe.
Yeah,
this
but
is
they were going to a different place, though, right?
yeah. This is happening while you were having that conversation.
Yeah, we're kind of going back in time
Yeah.
a little bit since
Yeah,
Joe and
Oh,
I. Not Joe and I.
Wait,
yeah.
So,
You were-
and I've already
Yeah,
left.
yeah.
Gotcha. All right.
So this is like another point of view.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Sorry, I should have iterated that this was back in time a little better. I cut it on my.
All right. Perfect. I just want to make sure.
Yeah. So yeah, you then see Avrith, who is talking to a girl wearing a jacket and a hooded figure. Who's he talking to?
I don't know. I
And
actually don't know.
then no, you don't.
Okay, cool.
And then they turn and they start walking away as a group. That's concerning.
Let's
Where's-
follow suit.
Yeah. So you make your way out of Brew Bros, and you begin following after. And we're gonna go ahead and take our break. Right there.
Cool.
Down.
We're all just stalking Avareth.
Yeah.
Come on. How about my name?
We're all just following Avrith right now. Yeah.
To be fair, we were already following, and then Avareth appeared.
Listen, you don't need ears for far distance when you're right in front of them. I'm just saying.
You know.
Av
You
has
know,
no
it's-
idea.
Yep. It's Avraf's main character time, you know.
Yeah.
There you go.
The Avrith story arc.
Bro.
Avrith story arc began.
I'm gonna convert against all of you.
BBGE.
Oh, shit. I'll be right back.
All right, break time.
You beard.
Anyway.
All right, we back.
All right, welcome back. It's the follow. Fuck. God damn it.
Stalker gang, right up.
Anyway, Stalker Team 6 coming at you. The follow Avrith squad is hot and heavy in this one, second half of the game here. So Avrith, you turn around from the Brew Bros. You were like 10 feet away. You were so close to the front door. You were right there. It was within arm's reach, but you were intercepted, and you decided to go to dinner instead with a late dinner with Sharina and Sho Asuka. So you turn and you begin walking with them to the crown. Sho is not talkative. He is a not very talkative person. As you know, a lot of rumors about him have circulated that he's doesn't like to converse a whole lot. He's very quiet, reserved. Sharina, on the other hand, is very open. She's very friendly.
Well, I love her.
Yeah. She
The
likes food.
merrier.
She likes food just like you. But it's nothing important, just idle chit chat on the way to the restaurant, and then you finally arrive to the crown. You've been there before. You were there with Artorias and Artoria, So you already know the laydown of what needs to happen. Yeah. So you walk in, and it's that same girl who's behind the desk as you walk into this very posh restaurant, and she says, "Yes, name, reservation." And Sho walks up and says, "Yes, Sho Asuka and Shireen Asuka, and we have one more." And she nods and says, "Of course, Lord. We've been waiting." And she leads you to the door on the right, and she opens it up and says, "Just this way." And you can walk through, and just like before, somebody points to a door and says, "That one over there." And you can walk in and sit down. And a chair is brought in for you, as this was originally a room for 2 people, but it is now 3. The rest of you, you essentially you arrive at the Crown almost at the same time that Dane and Cyrus get there, and you both see each other.
Why are we all following Avaraf? This is kind of weird.
We were following Avareth. We were following the other 2.
And they are
Sho and his sister.
say less.
And Sen's just gonna turn around and see if he sees his sister anywhere.
Yeah, Cinna, at this point, you see Dane and Cyrus up there with Scent, like by the front door.
She starts to like pick up the pace really quick to catch up with them.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm sorry. Are we all just following them?
Look, Dane and I were getting drinks at Brew Bros, and we invited Avaraf to come back with us. And we saw him through the window, and we were about to go get him to bring him in so he could join us for a meal and some drinks. And then Sho and his sister show up, and Avaraf's dragged along with them. So you're like, that doesn't look good, especially since we didn't know it was Sho and his sister. And now that we know it's Sho and his sister, we have even more reason to be slightly concerned.
So I left the CC to go and listen in on them, and I couldn't hear a thing. So we tailed them. And sister and I kind of wanted to also maybe get dinner anyways, so 2 birds, 1 stone, you know?
Well,
Sure.
since we're here, dinner?
This place looks kind of ritzy, though.
It is.
Dane kind of straightens his back and he says, I mean, this place is typically reservation only.
I mean, we strong-armed our ways into places like this before. What's one more, am I right? And I'll just, like, elbow Scent and be like, yeah, remember the one time? Yeah, you remember?
That was strong arming ourselves into something that was already going on. This is us making a new event for ourselves and for the restaurant. They'll just let us in.
Ah, same difference.
Alright, I mean, you can take the lead if you want. Go for it.
I'm tired of taking the lead.
No. You seem so adamant about it that you're going to do well. Go for it.
No. I've taken the lead too many times on this. Somebody else take the lead. I'm going to be the supporting actor this time.
Cyrus is going to kick him through the door. Just give him a shove.
Hello?
Hi.
And you
sorry.
see the hostess just kind of sitting like almost like shocked at the just sudden entry.
Sorry,
welcome
just a
to
small
the
prank.
Crown. Yes, quite.
Yeah, sorry. Just took a little trip. Sorry.
Name and reservation, please. And she opens up a folder.
Just
I
gonna-
don't believe
Yeah.
that the word got through. I think our reservation delivering person, my butler, apologies, he didn't make it here before us to try and establish the reservation. it might be under Zested, or it's supposed to be under Zested. Our friend is the prince, or one of the princes.
You have a reservation under Zested. Okay. And she begins penning through, and she says, the Zested party was here yesterday for their meal. Did you miss the party?
That's probably what happened, but we came all this way out here. Is there any way you could just pen us in? We just need a small table. There's only 4 of us.
Sent's gonna walk up to the counter and say, on the way out, his butler was actually supposed to duplicate the reservation for the same day as today. He's gonna slide 10 gold over to her.
She looks down at it and she thinks for a second. Make a persuasion check at advantage.
Okay.
Me or
just Sent at advantage
Okay,
because
cool.
he's trying to, do the bribe.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, so she kind of lurches her hand up over the counter and takes the 10 gold and pockets it. Yes, it seems there was a scratch out here, really quick. And she just writes down something and says, yes, seems I do have your reservation after all. Right this way. And she walks over to the left door.
Which door did the others go?
You don't know.
Shit. All right. He's gonna fall.
She walks over to the left door and she opens it up and says, group of 4. And person at the end of the hall nods and points to an empty room. It says, that door there.
All right, walking in the hall towards the door.
Yeah.
Do we?
This being your first time here, it becomes very apparent to you that this is not open room dining, and that there was 2 doors on either side of the desk, and she walked to the left one and opened it up, and it was a long hallway, and there was just door, all the way down. There was some kitchen noises coming from behind where the other, well-dressed person that pointed you to the room. There was kitchen noises coming from behind that person. You don't hear any voices coming from any of the other rooms. There seems like an absence of noise. But you walk in and to one of the rooms, and it is a secluded, kind of like mood lighting going on. But it's very quiet. There is a single table. There is some, flowery decorum. But there's a single table with 4 chairs inside.
All right. And the other 3 are they with me? The other 3
Yeah.
with me or no? Okay.
Yeah, unless anybody doesn't want to go in.
Nah, I don't want to eat with any. No, I'm just kidding.
It's for 3 now.
Yeah, so you all can head on in. You sit down at the table, and Dane kind of sits in his seat as the door closes behind the waiter, and he leaves a bell on the table, and he says, ring the bell when you're ready to order.
So just gonna nod at
Understood.
them.
And he leaves, and Dane looks at all of you, and he says, yeah, I guess I should have probably warned you that this was a kind of a secluded eating.
Would have been nice. When the room that we entered, did it have rooms opposite of us, like on both sides of us?
Yeah, there were doors on either side of you. There was also like doors across the hall.
So he's gonna put an ear to the right, to the door, like facing the door from the inside, the one on the left. He's gonna put his
Okay.
ear up to that wall. Just give a listen in on anything that's familiar.
Make a perception check.
Oh, it was at advantage. Sorry. So
Yep.
somewhere. Okay, 13.
It's really hard to hear. It sounds a lot like muffled voices going on.
Shit. Give it a listen if you want to try. He's gonna go to the next one.
Okay.
I guess I'll just try and listen in, see if I can't find anything out.
Okay. So you go ahead and make your perception check. Sent, you're going to the other wall. Make your own perception check.
I don't hear shit.
It's a very thick wall.
18 on the right hand facing wall.
Okay.
16 on the left.
Okay. 16 on the left. You hear Cinna some like giggling. I mean, it's a little louder, obviously, on their side, but from the dampened noise, it just sounds like laughing. Seems like there's just a party in that room. Sen, on your side, you hear not the full conversation, just because of how thick the walls are. It's very hard to hear. You hear... Sorry, I'm scrolling to it. Dana Rainmore is a problem. Silence.
What was said again? Sorry.
Dana Rainmore is a problem. And then you hear silence. Some unintelligible speaking, and then you hear Selena Magnaforti is definitely involved with somebody in that group.
Mm-hmm.
More silence, more talking. Just keep following them, and everything should be good to go. I'll report in.
This very much sounds like a show, doesn't it?
No.
No, okay.
And the...
Motherfucker, I would be hearing this.
Good point.
Yeah.
Does this voice sound familiar at all?
Through this much, you know, like how thick the wall is and how hard it is to hear, you don't recognize the voice.
Okay.
But the door does open. You can hear a sort of like a creak, and then you hear footsteps outside your door walking down the hall.
Okay. Once the footsteps have subsided, he's going to put a hand out towards everybody else, and he's going to leave the room and go to that room.
Okay, you walk out of your room, and there's a person at the end of the hall that works for the Crown.
Oh, shit. Never mind.
They see you leave the room, and they go, "Oh, are you in need of assistance?"
Yeah, the little Leonin's room.
Ah, yes, it's just past me here. Right by the kitchen.
Ah, wonderful. Thank you.
Leon's room.
he's just gonna walk into the restroom, yeah, and just kind of just bide his time for a little bit.
Okay. So, you can definitely do that. All right. So Sen goes to the bathroom. What are the rest of you doing?
So, Dane, what's the pricing like here?
Well, it depends on what you order. It can go from about 5 gold pieces to 1 platinum.
Oh, that's fine.
Do we even have a platinum between all of our money?
1 platinum is, I think, 10 gold. Was that right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
no, I have plenty.
Wait. You're saying
Okay, that's not
I thought it was
bad.
like 100. You're saying it's only 10?
It's 10.
What?
Okay, it's not as bad as I thought. Okay.
Yeah, Sen's gonna walk in, just like drying his hands off. Them, no, assistant, are fine. We got you.
I mean, I have money. I just failed math, so.
I can tell.
I mean, we did you know something big. So
Wait,
I just
Sen, you walked back in?
Yes.
Okay, no.
Sorry.
Back
Oh,
up.
sorry. Okay, my
Back-
bad.
Nope, back up.
Okay,
up.
yeah. Back up. Yeah.
Boop, 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 boop.
My bad. Sorry.
No, you're good.
Yeah, it was just kind of making his way back in while they were
No.
having that conversation. Sorry.
Yeah, no. You're going too quick.
Sorry. Hey, he was a quickie, all right? It was a quick bathroom
Yeah,
break.
You know, sometimes you have a quick
I
bathroom
hate-
break, but it's fine.
You said the P, that's all.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
quick pee.
Yeah.
They call him up the
My-
fastest piss in the West
I'm
of
sorry,
the
Dashing.
No, you're good. It just I wasn't ready. I thought I didn't even realize you had said you were walking back.
So
in
sorry,
there.
so sorry.
Nope, you're good. Yeah. So you are coming back from the bathroom.
Yeah.
All right. So you see as the room next to yours, the rightmost door, the right wall that you listen to, that door opens, and somebody walks out as you are going back to your room.
All right, he's gonna glance in, just a quick little peripheral vision peek.
No, somebody's walking out almost into you.
Oh,
Somebody's
into me.
out
Okay.
into the hall. They are leaving the restaurant.
Oh,
They're almost bumping into you as they're walking out.
all right, he's gonna kind of just hug the wall a little bit and just pardon me.
Yes, you as well. And he starts walking out the hall.
Just quick.
He,
Oh, sorry.
yeah, no, you're good.
Just quick glance at his face is all.
He sort of looks familiar to you. You haven't interacted with this person before.
Mhm.
But he does look familiar enough. Almost like you might have seen him before.
Okay. Any distinct features or anything that he might have that he might point out for himself?
Yeah, let me pull up his description.
Sure.
Yeah. All right. So he has blonde hair. It's kind of shorter on the shorter end. He's got green eyes. He's wearing the school uniform.
Okay.
He does look like a little bit older on the older side. Not like elderly, but like he's been at the academy for a few years. It's hard to know exactly what grade or grade level he is at, or what year he is in the academy.
Okay.
But it does look like he's pretty close to graduation at the very least.
Okay. So blonde, green, probably about third or fourth year. Okay.
Mhm.
He's just gonna hug the wall and just give him a nod and walk past.
Yeah.
Is
He walks out.
that door that he left through, I'm assuming, closed?
No, it was left open.
Just gonna have a quick peripheral peek while he's kind of walking back to his room.
It is empty.
Oh. No, he's gonna go into the room. Not into that room, but back to his own.
Okay. You walk back into your own room.
And that's where he says,
Yeah.
we've
Now
got
you
plenty
can
of money, we're
rejoin the
fine. Yeah,
conversation.
we've got plenty of
now
money,
you
we're
can
fine.
rejoin.
Don't worry about it.
All right.
Upwards of a platinum? No, that'll be fine. Be no problem.
Yeah, Dane kind of chuckles nervously and he says, yeah, no problem at all. So anyway, I hope that everything has been well with you guys. Kind of sucks that we won't be able to hunt down Averif while we're here.
Averif can handle himself.
Can he though?
Let's put a little faith in the guy. Celebrate a little bit that we're our accomplishment. Hope everything works
that's
out.
what we were trying to do.
Well, we're celebrating it a little more upper in the class than at the bar.
Well, I just like to keep things humble, that's all.
Yes.
Were there waters set up on the table?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna put my run my finger across my glass watch. I'm just like, want to stay humble,
Spoil you tonight. It's all right.
The more you talk like that, the more it's gonna sound like you're like my sugar daddy or something. Be careful.
Okay, let's not.
I'll put that fucking debt back on.
That's why I'm saying let's not go there, and that's why we're gonna shut up.
Good. He's just gonna be staring daggers at Cyrus. I don't forget.
I know you don't.
Okay.
Considering, if that was the route you chose, I'm pretty sure you would have accumulated up to like 500 gold.
Let's enjoy
Anyways.
dinner.
So, you guys can go ahead have your nice dinner. Have your nice
At this point,
splash dinner.
yeah, he's gonna. So Scent's gonna pay for everybody roughly. Kind of give him a bit of a budget of like 15 gold at the most.
Except
Okay.
for because she's a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
Fair. Yeah, easy enough. So Avrif, how's it going, bud? What's up? What's going on? Hello.
How's
I was under my desk.
Oh, you're okay.
You're good.
Oh,
Hello.
Hello. So, Mr. Avrif,
Hi.
you arrive into your room, into your dining area, and you sit down across from Sho, sitting next to Sharina.
Yeah.
And she looks at you, and she's smiling, and she says, I'm really glad you decided to join us for dinner. Really am.
Yeah, I mean, no problem. I mean, I know we're both pretty enthusiastic about food, so I'm quite excited.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you've never been here before, they make some bomb-ass steaks.
Really? I might have to take that consideration then.
So anyway, how's school been, Avrif? How are things? You're getting into acting?
Well, it was more like a one-off thing. I just wanted to give it a go, give it a try, see how it went, and I don't really think it's my vibe, you know. I'll let that off to my friend.
Sho takes a sip of his water and he says, from what Sharina tells me, you were pretty convincing.
I knew the right people to get the makeup and costume, and they were more passionate than I tell you that. They knew what they were doing.
Mm.
Are you into any acting stuff yourself there, Sho?
I don't really have time to deal with clubs anymore.
Makes sense as the president and all. I mean, you could still have some fun here and there, no? He's gonna look at, what's her name again? Serene?
Sharina.
Arena.
Serena.
Serene.
He's gonna look at her and be like, just like smiling between both of them because one eye contact's too awkward.
Mm. And Sho looks at you kind of awkwardly looking between him and Sharina, and he says, am I making you uncomfortable? Getting in the way of your dinner date with my sister?
Hardly a date. But no, I just, it's my first time meeting you. You're very handsome man, and it's, I don't know, I just yeah, I mean, but you do fun things. He's just like starting his words. Fun things though, right? I mean, you gotta not just be a councilman all the time. You gotta get relaxing going. What do you like, fishing? What do you fuck, that's not cared. What are you doing?
You found a curious boy, Sharina. And he looks back at you. Not many people take interest in my interests. It's usually about my squire position or the student council or my plans for the future as Prince of Oscar.
Wait, hold on. Out of character. He said squire position? Oh, like his squire opening position. I thought
Yeah.
he was squiring for
Yeah,
someone. I was
yeah,
like,
yeah.
what the fuck?
No.
That doesn't make any sense.
No,
Okay.
no.
Well, to be fair, and maybe this is going to sound a little rude as a prince, but I'm not really too big on that stuff. You know, there's a lot more this place offers, so it's always nice to know your options.
Really? you're not interested in moving forward at all?
Maybe not as adamant as my brother and sister, but personally, no, not too much with the current direction.
You're quite curious indeed.
Just gonna give him a faint smile. Be like, thanks. I think.
Tell me honestly, Everif. And he sits back into his seat.
Oh, am I gonna get dadded?
What are your future goals?
Well, that's a pretty broad statement.
Then allow me to narrow it for you.
Okay.
What do you hope to achieve by coming to this school?
He's gonna kind of get like a serious look for a few seconds as he ponders on his actual plan, and then look back in with a smile and be like, well, if eating out the school cafeteria was an answer, I'd give you that one, but you're more of a serious man, and I'll give you more of a serious answer. Well, I know schools are for learning, but it's to learn. It's to learn about options, different ways, away from the current ruling that we have. It's good we have peace. That's perfect. It's wonderful. It's just, very big lifestyle change for a lot of people. And I wasn't born before that, so I can't really say much myself, but, gotta be looking out for everyone during this peace, and I think we've forgotten about many.
And it's not the only way.
No, and that's what I'm looking at. Or looking for, better put. This is like one of serious faces that he has on.
You paint yourself as if though you are less than.
Well, when you have an older sister and brother who take a lot of the shine, it's usually better to lay low. I shine too much, they get jealous, and they get any more angry, and trust me, it's not been fun. But again, not to dog on their character, that's just how siblings are sometimes.
Yes, I've spoken with Artorias and Artoria in the past. They've both expressed their utmost interest in my squire position, separately and together. I took great pleasure in turning them down.
Yeah, well, I'd probably turn them down too if I were you.
You say that you're looking to make a change of course, a new political acumen than what our existing system seems to stem from.
That's right.
Wouldn't it behoove you to perhaps try to move forward in some sense of power within the school or even your own family?
Family's probably out of the picture. School, though. School would make sense, but kind of like what you said earlier, you don't really get to have so much fun when you're in such a power stance. But,
Brina kind of puts her hand on your shoulder, and she says, family is never out of the question. I've firmly and squarely lost to show in terms of succession. But I support him because he is right for Asuka. Not to be, radical, but I think he could probably lead all of the countries if we let him effectively.
I'm gonna kind of look at Sho and be like, says the curious man himself. Yeah, family I know will be there, but if we're talking power, that part of it's out of it. Power in school, though, it's a different place, different environment, and different culture to accumulate. Now that is a more interesting option. Something I'd be more intrigued of. He's just kind of like dead eye look at Sho. Not like dead panning angrily, but just like locking eyes.
Joe kind of shakes his head and he says, the power that Sharina speaks of, I don't have an interest in unifying nations. That is beyond my reach. That is beyond our current standing. To break the current status quo would be tantamount to ending the current state of the world that we live in. Outside of political marriages, I don't see the four nations unifying anytime soon.
Well, they're unified. He's going to kind of do like air quotes. Fight right now, but
Unified under one banner, Avrith.
Yeah, that's not the change people are going to be able to go for. But
the only way that takes effect is through political marriage or war. I am not interested in a full battle against any of the other three nations.
I mean, from what I've heard, you're the silent type, but words are strong, and words can convince people. You don't need a war when you have enough people who believe they already went through a war, and sometimes the mind is that. I'm sure you could find a different way than spilling blood.
An intellectual battlefield.
Quite so.
Diplomatic. You underplay yourself too much, Avrith.
Yeah. Again, it's not too good to stand out. Not always, at least.
If you were offered a role in the student council, would you accept it?
Well, off question. Do they have access to, like, more knowledge or, like, a secret library or anything? Or that information I wouldn't know?
You have no clue.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, Avrith would not know.
I'm gonna ask Sho then. Well, what I said earlier, obviously the school's interests would definitely fit with mine, but let me ask something. How much more could you learn being in a position like that than just on the outside? Maybe some kind of access normally wouldn't be able to have.
The access that you would gain being my squire would be tantamount to changing anything you want. You'd be able to learn anything you want. You would have access to the 300-year history of this academy as well as plans for the future. You would be able to have political sway. You would also gain favor, potentially, with your family. And more importantly, you would have a leg up on your siblings who currently hold sway over your parents, the King and Queen of Zested.
He's just gonna kind of like look towards the floor for a few seconds and look back up, and a slight grin on his face appears when he hears the sibling part. Wow. Being an enemy is not one of those things, but looking at winning intellectually, that sounds quite nice, actually. So, yes, would be my answer. And you don't have to worry about making it public either. I know you want people off your ass about asking about the squire position, but might be better if it was in the shadows. I often work best there.
Surely you must understand that this will be pretty large news. You saw how in a tizzy everybody got over Ionos. However, me taking on somebody is a different level. This is tantamount to me stating that I'm endorsing you to take over as president after I graduate.
Well, I only have but time to learn, and what better to learn from someone who knows all of it, and I'll be here for quite some time.
Yes. You know, I will say I did not come to this dinner thinking that this would be the turnout. Karina. Cannot believe you. Hiding this the whole time. And he stands up and she looks at you and she looks at Sho and she just says, I mean, I didn't plan any of this. I really just started having lunch with him, and then, I mean, I just thought he was nice. I mean, you're awesome, Avrif, but I didn't realize you were so serious.
Alright. Yeah, some of the goofiest guys I know are, well, behind closed doors, some of the most interesting people you'll ever meet. And, I think that goes for yourself. Sho.
Sharina just starts laughing. And Sho nods and he says, Come to my office tomorrow. We'll finalize this.
I look forward to learning under your, well, mind.
Yes. It'll be good to finally be able to pass on some knowledge before it's too late. Before I graduate, that is. I would hate to leave this student council in shambles.
It's, yeah, I could see that happening. He's just gonna give a slight chuckle. But, what about some food, huh? You said the steaks were great, right?
And Sharina
Grab
nods.
some from the table.
And she begins reaching towards the bell, and Sho says, I need to begin filling out the paperwork to finalize this process. We also need to set up an appointment with the headmistress.
See? There goes that fun killing again, but I understand.
Business is business, and some things are important, and especially if decisions are made like this over dinner unexpectedly. If I'm being at all honest, I was fairly close to giving my squire position to somebody else, but then you came along.
Might I, be able to inquire about who you were looking at?
I had a conversation with Alessandra, and she seemed to endorse somebody fairly heavily. And I was beginning to consider it. However, this conversation that we've just had has swayed my decision elsewhere.
Well, I'll take that to the utmost highest honor then. Thank you.
Yes. Tomorrow, we will come to my office, you will sign the paperwork, and then we will go and meet with Headmistress Aurelius. Yes?
That sounds right as day to me.
I'm bright and early. And he leaves the room.
I'm gonna kind of look at Serena and be like, I know that you know we're both hungry still. Do you want to grab some food still?
I absolutely want to grab some food still. We need to celebrate.
Not what I expected, but I will gladly take it. Sorry to take away from your time, though. I'm sure you were looking forward to that.
Well, I mean, I was, but I mean, now we get to have dinner. And she looks around, which is unexpected, to be in a restaurant alone with you like this. But I'm not upset about it.
So maybe your brother is right. A little bit of a date. He's gonna kind of sarcastically joke with her.
kind of nervously laughs. Just yeah. I'll pay.
No. Please, you invited me. It's the least I can do, especially for getting in the time. It'll be on me. I'm gonna take out my little gold pouch.
Mm-hmm. All right. And she rings the bell. You guys can go ahead and eat your food.
Food.
Yeah, it is the most bomb-ass dinner you've ever had in your life. And then you guys can go ahead and leave the restaurant, unless there's any conversations you wish to have with Sharina, Avrif, or the other three of you. Just general chit-chat.
Just some chit-chat, get to, we had the serious talks already, we'll be good.
Okay. And as you are leaving Group A and Group B, you will eventually leave the restaurant roughly the same time. Avrif, you are leaving with Sharina, and as they are leaving, that's Cinecent, Cyrus, that's when you are also leaving. You catch sight of Avrif leaving with just Sharina.
So that's weird, right?
That's very weird.
All right.
Let's
Hey, Avaraf.
Oh,
Yeah.
can I hear them?
Yeah, and Sharina just kind of like back stiffens and turns around. Oh, this is a little awkward. Didn't expect to be.
Why don't you go on home and I'll catch up with the folks here. I don't want you to...
You don't
Unless you
want me to meet your friends?
No, I mean, by all means. I just know it's getting late. Want to keep the options open,
No, I mean, I appreciate
Sorry,
it.
didn't mean to interrupt your date.
No, don't worry.
It's not a
date.
don't worry, not a date. Definitely not.
Okay, well...
Well, I mean, never mind. It's not. No.
Wasn't even towards me, and I'm gonna hurt.
Yeah,
All right.
Come on over. How far away are they?
Like 20 feet, 20, 30 feet.
Oh, okay, so they're like right there. All right.
Easy enough to walk up to.
Yeah.
You guys.
Well, this is wait, her name's Serene, right?
Sharina.
Right, you have lunch with her.
Sharina.
Mobile, baby!
Sharina. Oscar. I'm putting it in your notes.
D&D from mobile, baby!
It's in your notes.
I don't have my fucking shit open. Okay. Sharina likes Sharima. Okay, Sharina.
Not like Sharima.
Like Sharima, like League of Legends. Let's go.
Get League of Legends talk out of this campaign.
Jesus.
Anyways,
So, this is Sharina. We have lunch occasionally, catch up, and wow, we're both big foodies, so we clicked on that right away.
and also apparently dinner.
Yeah,
Well, it was
unexpected.
spry moment. Unexpected is, yeah, that's the right way to put it. But this is Cyrus, Cent, and Senna. They're
And
a little
Dan.
bigger than us, but
And Dane. Don't forget your best
is
friend.
Dane, is Dane still with
Yeah.
us? Okay.
They just like kind of in the back. He just awkwardly waves. Yeah, I'm still here.
Yeah.
Hey, Dane. I'm gonna point to him and whisper to her, I love that guy.
Sen's just gonna very enthusiastically bow as if meeting her for the first time. It's good to see you again, Sharina.
A pleasure as well, Sent.
We're
Senna, you
already
look well.
you as well.
Oh.
I'll just
Yes.
nod and just be like, "It's a pleasure."
Yes. Cyrus
yeah.
Blackwood,
Yes,
a pleasure.
likewise.
And Sir Clarissa May, she
Yes, Dane Clarisse, I'm aware. We've met earlier today.
Well, we were actually supposed to have dinner with Avaraf, and he disappeared.
Oh, did I take you from having dinner with your friends?
No,
It was a maybe situation. I didn't know if I'd be back out or not.
she's going
and,
to slap him off the back of the head.
ironically, it was at the restaurant you guys just came out of because we were in the room too. So, yeah.
So sorry, Avrif. I didn't mean to interrupt your friend time.
No. Listen, I get to hang out with these guys all the time. It's a rare occurrence of us hanging out. So
Yeah,
why not add another to the pile?
Sen's just gonna go and put his hands on both their shoulders. Did you two have a good time with each other? at dinner?
Oh, the steaks were phenomenal. I mean,
Serena starts blushing a little bit.
Then no harm was
Her
done. I'm glad you had a good time.
Yeah.
Slightly despairing at the blush.
Yeah, just it's fine. Don't worry. Everything's wonderful. You guys had a good time. We had a good time. I'm happy.
Yeah, he's just gonna kind of like think to himself and be like, "Well, did you guys also have a good time?"
It was wonderful. We had a
Nice.
wonderful dinner. Yes.
Yeah,
One of my
it's delicious.
favorite spots. And I'm gonna point to Dane. Dane, I hope it was a little bit more enjoyable time for you this time around.
I was able to eat this time.
That's the important part.
Yeah.
Well, not to take you away from your dinner, not date, but we wanted to talk to you a little bit too.
Yeah, we never finished our conversations from earlier.
Serena kind of juts out of your looped arm around her scent, and she says, "Well, don't let me interrupt or invade. Why don't you go hang out with your friends, Avref? I'll see you soon."
Yeah, I mean, I'm still open for next week. Do you want me to walk you back quick or call for someone?
No, I can. I'll be all right.
It's late night. Just stay where the lights are and where the good people are.
I mean, love for you to walk me, but I don't want to take you away from your friends.
I'm gonna turn to the friends and be like, "Can you give me 10 minutes?"
Sen's
How
gonna
about we all walk together?
Sen's gonna go up to Avaref. He's gonna just kind of put his hand up to Cyrus real quick. Go. We'll meet you at your room in a little bit. All right. Go ahead.
Sounds
Or
good.
we could meet at the
I'll see you guys soon. I'm gonna start walking with her back to the dorms.
What were you saying, Val?
Yeah.
I said, or we could meet at the place.
Yeah. We'll meet at the place. Yeah.
Sure, the place. Yeah, I got you. I'll be there. Don't you worry. I'll just slowly start walking.
Yeah. She walks with you. You get out of earshot of the party, and she turns to you as you're walking, and she just says, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to, pull you away from your friends like that over dinner."
No. There was some other plans, and don't even worry about it. Multiple plans were in place. I was a maybe, a tentative at best. So, yeah, no worries at all there.
Well, I'm glad that you decide to join us, and I mean, I did plan for that dinner to be with Show completely, but I'm a little happy that he did end up, letting us have time too.
Yeah, I mean, I hopefully will. Well, actually, if I can so help it now, I will try to make sure he gets his time freed up so he can spend more time with you. How does that sound?
Well, I mean, his time is nice, but your time is nice too.
Oh.
And she looks away.
He's just kind of shyly put his hands together. Enjoy our time together as well, actually.
Cool. And she just starts walking ahead of you. And you start to see the entrance of the school, and she turns and she says, I'm gonna call it a night.
That sounds about right. Well,
See you next week.
Yeah, I'll see you next week.
All right. And she just starts running away.
Fucking what? Booking it or what?
Not booking it, but just kind of that, just pulling a hood up over her head and just kind of
okay.
nervously running away. Just
Gotcha.
quick speed walking.
Again. And I'm just gonna kind of wave, even though she's turned around, and start walking back to the place.
The place. So you enter the place.
Very ominous name.
The rest of the party enters the place.
It's the Cloud Catacombs. We just didn't want to say it out loud.
I'm aware of the place. I think everybody is aware of what the place is. Amazingly, as cryptic as that is.
The CC.
The CC. So you enter the place. The party does get there to the place before you do, Avrif, and you shortly arrive afterwards
At the place, right?
Oh,
at the place.
Okay, just thought so. Wasn't
In the
clear.
place.
thanks for letting me walk her, son. I appreciate that.
So what do we miss?
Yeah, and why were you with Sho and her outside of getting dinner?
Well, why were you guys there? Actually, weren't you supposed to be at Brewbro? And where?
We followed you.
What part of
So. We all have some explanations here.
Okay.
Dane and I were having food at Brew Bros. We looked out the window, we saw you, and then we didn't know who you were with, just a hooded figure and somebody we couldn't recognize, and we're like, that's suspicious. Let's go follow after him to make sure he's okay. We happened to run into Sin and Scent. They tell us who they're following, which was Sho. And then you showed up, and then we all started following you because we were concerned. And again, you were with Sho, the man we're probably the most suspicious of right now.
I'm gonna kind of squint at Dane and be like, "You don't recognize her? We just bumped into her."
No, I did recognize her. Did I give off energy that I didn't recognize her?
Oh, I just.
I
said
did,
you didn't.
so that's
Yeah.
me. I couldn't tell.
Well, I
So-
mean, she also, she was wearing a jacket. It was a little bit of distance, so I wasn't getting like a full, facial view, I guess.
No worries.
Phrasing
Yeah,
I mean,
phrasing.
I didn't plan on it. I was gonna. That's why I was at the Brew Bros. I cleared up some things with Gage and got him on a similar page, or a better page than he was on. And
similar
well, actually, to be
Bars?
honest, I don't know what page.
Whoa. You're moving a little fast there, buddy.
Yeah.
What did
well,
you tell Gage?
Okay, to be fair, he doesn't really believe me, but I
Avaraf, what
Avaraf.
did you tell
Avaraf?
Gage?
that gods existed and
Oh no.
What part about this being a secret do you not understand?
Oh no.
okay, but he doesn't believe me, so it's fine. It's fine.
No, it's not fine.
He thinks I like men somehow is what he got out of that.
We did
I thought you
too.
liked men.
You basically were almost gonna be dating Dane with how you two were holding hands.
Huh? Wait, what?
Well, hold on now. That
I'm
I just
not-
lost
I don't-
easily, okay, that's all that was.
I
That's
thought we were
besides
just
the
friends.
point.
I don't actually like men, Dane. I
That's not the
don't know
point
why.
here.
I
That's
don't
not
either.
the point.
Okay.
All right.
You told somebody else about this.
Well, this
All right,
isn't just for
hold on.
somebody. This is someone who's been with me since the moment I've been born, walking every step, even my shadows. I mean, this.
Why did you not even think to consult us, though?
That's more selfish and more stupid than me just putting my key in my goddamn sister so we could go into her palace.
Well, retrospectively, I mean, I wanted him to watch Show a little bit, and I couldn't really request him to do that without giving. some
So you
backstory.
want him to go watch Sho, and then you just directly go out to dinner with Sho and his sister? That seems extremely
Good
counterproductive.
idea to watch him. Well, I mean, until I talked to Gage again, maybe while he was walking out, he saw him walk somewhere important. I'm sure Gage was around.
You know, we're talking in circles about this right now. Just tell us what the fuck you talked with Dane about at dinner.
With Dane?
with
I
Dane?
was
Sorry,
with you
sorry,
guys.
sorry. I'm so pissed with Sho. Sorry, Dane.
All good.
Well, I mean, my original plan was to hang out with you guys at Burbros, and then I ran into. Let me check.
Sharina,
Sharina?
Dog.
you know,
Bro.
for someone who's very interested in her and her being interested in you, you are a horrible match for her. If you
You
cannot.
are a terrible, terrible boyfriend right now.
Yeah, absolutely, bro. I can't even remember dates, bro. I can't remember her name.
Oh, shit, dude.
Serena, like Serena. Okay, Serena. Yeah, and I then ran into her, and I thought they already maybe finished dinner, and they didn't, and they invited me. And Listen, she seemed super excited about it, and I didn't
Hey.
really want to say no to her
Okay,
face. And
Hey, buddy, buddy,
Skip
hey,
ahead.
hey,
What
hey,
happened
hey,
during
hey,
the-
hey,
and-
hey,
Ah,
hey, hey,
yeah,
hey,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
just constantly snapping in front of your face. Hey, hey, lover boy, stop
I-
talking
it's
about
not
Sharina
love.
and talk about show.
Oh, right, him. Yeah, he was there. He was there, and we went to the palace to. What is it? What is it
The
called?
crown.
The crown.
The crown.
We went to the crown, and we had some dinner. I mean, he was well, as they say, he's very untalkative. Just sits there for the most part, and
Okay, hold on.
I'm calling
Let's-
bullshit.
let's-
I'm calling bullshit on you.
You
There's no
went
way.
in with show and you left without show. What happened?
well, he said he's a busy man. He just decided to. He said he had to go do some stuff.
Averath.
With,
We're in the
Everett.
catacombs.
Yeah.
I need Avraf to cast. I need Avraf to roll a wisdom save.
All right, before you do
Yeah.
that, you guys go ahead. Whoever wants to try and insight him, go ahead and insight check. Avarif, please roll either a persuasion or deception, but just roll it to me.
well, actually, I can't roll. So if
Oh.
you want to,
You're
just
gonna have to roll
it
for
I
him.
will do that.
whichever one is higher. I don't know which one is higher.
All right, why don't you message me which one you want me to roll?
Okay, let me DM you real quick.
Should we make yours should we make ours public or to you? as
Public.
well?
Public.
Okay.
10.
God fucking damn it.
13.
I can't. I can't get DM. Man, being on the phone fucking sucks. Hold up.
Yep.
Chat rolled a 2.
Good thing chat's not
Uh,
replaying.
Sorry, no, I don't have it up.
All good. All right.
I love this new way of rolling though. We don't know what the fuck he did or what his like anything about like this roll for Avarif. It's fun. I like this.
Holy shit.
Not the fucking DM buff, dude.
So Avarif, with that in mind, they are so what Avarif is telling you guys, it really seems like what he is saying, he's being 100% honest with you guys. That show was just saying that he's a very busy person and just excused himself from
Oh.
dinner.
Dane didn't roll.
No, so that roll's private. It's between Zane and Dashing.
Yeah,
So
but-
we don't
No,
know.
I said
No,
Dane.
he said Dane.
Oh, Dane
Dane
didn't
didn't
roll.
roll.
Oh, I'm
Dane-
sorry. I thought you said Zane. I'm sorry.
Okay, Dan got a 6.
Oh, the,
Fucking damn it, Dane! You were literally
Faith
my
was in
last hope.
Dane.
Yeah.
Why would
Yeah.
Dane even want to roll against me? I mean, we're best buds.
Mm.
Because you're being so fucking suspicious right now, dude.
I'm just speaking words, fucker.
No, you're
Yeah.
not.
So what he says sounds like 100% he is being completely honest with you guys.
Fuck, I was gonna do something and I only just read it. God damn it, I can't do it now.
Listen, guys, we've been through a lot. We just got out of a thing. I almost died. I think she probably died twice there. I'm not sure what happened. We're all a little messed up right now, but we don't need to be.
I'm gonna be
going
honest.
after
I
each
don't
other.
like the suspicious acting. I don't like the decisions without the party knowing.
I did say I was going to talk to Gage.
Actually, and Dane kind of pops up. I think I kind of want to side with Avrif on telling Gage. I mean, he is somebody that's been lockstep with Avrif since he was an infant. I mean, you know, how tied to him. I think that's probably the safest person he could honestly tell. I can't explain to you guys how many people that I wanted to talk to all this about and, you know, not look like I was clinically insane or that I needed to see a doctor. So, I mean, having somebody like that is going to be infinitely helpful, you know, for your own mental health. I know Cinna and Scent, you have each other, but, you know, I never had anybody. Aver, if you don't really have anybody here other than Gage and Cyrus, I mean, we're here for you, buddy, if you need to talk to anybody, but I think I can kind of defend your actions here, Avrif.
And it
I'll
wasn't out of
set-
malice. It was.
I won't be
felt
mad.
fair to Gage.
I won't be mad at the Gage thing because I can understand it's just not letting everyone know ahead of time was kind of, you know, a real punch to the gut.
I'll
I mean,
concede to that as well.
Said I was going to put Gage up to speed, so I mean, there's that, I guess. He's
I
not
think
gonna say-
I think just next time maybe be specific with what you're going to talk about, especially because we were in here. You know, I think
Well, that's fair. I definitely own up to that.
Okay, so now we have to see how our plan is going for the Leo situation.
Sense.
Sen, you said Alessandra was talking to Sho to get Cyrus in the squire position with Sho.
Yes, that was the plan. Find some way to get Cyrus involved and make him squire. Yeah.
and with Ionos now fixed, we could probably, you know, full send that situation a little more.
Yeah, I agree.
Mm-hmm.
Really don't see how this wouldn't work. It's like, it's really the only way to see Sho's true colors.
Yeah,
Even-
I mean,
I hate to believe that he's the bad guy.
with the actually, in saying that, Gage had interacted with him before. Do you remember when we were had all that graffiti and the people being weird? I sent Gage to look after it and look into it, but he said nothing really seemed connected. Although that show was also investigating it separately. He didn't really have a clear understanding of why, but he did say that he seemed like a nice fellow. So it could just be a coincidence that the first red-eye guy that me and Dane run into so happened to be him.
Ever.
All right.
Yeah.
I need you to look me in the eyes. I'll let the Gage thing go. I agree. I'll concede to that point. I want you to look me in the eyes and tell me, as close as we are, you're not withholding anything from us.
Nothing that's final yet. I sent Gage on.
Oh, that's
You-
final. That's final.
Yeah, well, I sent Gage on a few missions, and
Will
I
you tell us what those missions are?
well,
Because
one of
the issue that we have here isn't just the fact isn't just the fact that you told somebody, albeit it was Gage, without our consent. It seems there's a communication issue here, buddy. I need you to look me in the eyes and tell me that everything you're telling us here is the truth, and you're not holding anything back from us. Because if there's one thing I think any of us have learned, is that trust is paramount. I want to believe you, but I need your word here and now. that you aren't withholding information from me, or Dane, Cinna, or Scent.
Lot at risk here.
If trust is paramount, then I'll need you to trust me. I sent Gage on a few missions, and I have some personal missions. But,
I'm sorry. Hold on.
I'm sorry. You're skirting around my question and what I'm asking of you here, Avraf.
I'm asking of you in the same in return.
No,
If this is about trust, then I need you to trust me.
but you aren't answering me directly.
Kind of.
You're just saying it's a two-way street, and you're right, trust is a two-way street, but the fact that you're not giving me a straight answer right here. Tell me right now that you're telling the truth. That you just had a nice, pleasant dinner with Sho and Sharina, and that was it. And Sho just left because he was busy. And you're not hiding anything.
Well,
I want to believe you.
Everything I stated was the truth. And the only things I haven't told you is why I sent Gage to do what he needs to do. And the conversations that I need to have. But, I think I can possibly follow up on a lead. That's not Sho. Someone else I knew in passing, that could also be on our suspicion list.
Avaref. Do you trust me?
I would say that we've built some trust over the time.
Can I just run one thing to make sure you're telling the truth? With your consent.
It depends.
Just
Said trust is a two-way street.
Helm comes out of the shadows behind Avarif and stands behind him, and he looks at you, all of you guys, kind of starting to push on him. And he says, "Everything that Avarif has said to you has been nothing but straightforward and honest. All of you pushing this hard on him must mean that you do not trust him in that same light that he trusts you. Are you so distrustful of your friends that you do not believe them when they are telling you something?"
Sant is gonna walk up to Avaref. I haven't said much during this. He's just gonna put his hand on his shoulder. Calmly casting friends. Avaref, do you trust Gage?
Gage is someone I would trust with my life.
Your confidence in him is this strong?
Oh, strongest as ever.
Do you think he will ever tell anybody about any of this that's going on? Anybody at all?
The answer to that is no, but even if he did, they'd look at him like a crazy man, and he's smart enough to know not to say anything.
Do you trust us?
I can't say the same as I trust him, but yes.
Even a little bit. Please. Confide in us as a group on large decisions from now on, please. What happened?
I will be more vocal.
What happened has unfortunately happened and can't be resolved, but we need to be able to just roll with all of this. And full transparency is extremely important. We have been as transparent as we can with you. That's all we're asking. He's just gonna back away.
Well, I think my brother might know someone who fits our description. Not perfectly, but it's definitely something to look into. And I don't even know where I know that from. I just know I need to talk to him. And funny enough, we already had a dinner date coming up, so it's worked out perfectly. So once I get that information from him and be able to talk to him, and I think we'll have some healthy leads. Multiple this time.
If anything new, anything at all happens, please find one of us or find us all, and let's talk about
It'll
it all.
be either me or Gage that I'll send out.
Please. We trust you. We would like the same back.
I can do that. And Gage is around, so if I can't get there, I'll be sure to give him the message and he'll find one of you.
Thank you.
Yes. I'm just gonna look up at Helm and give him a solid nod.
He nods back to you and he says, "There was nothing else that you could say to them, but I am appreciative that you've been nothing but straightforward and honest. And it's nothing less that I expect."
Well, you are that god, so I appreciate your insight. Thank you, Helm.
You get some rest, Avrif. Our training in the morning. It's coming soon.
It didn't have to remind me. But I mean, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward. I'm so gleeful. You wouldn't understand. He's gonna kind of start pointing at him, very like, I'm gonna get my ass beat. I'm gonna start walking out of the tome. Well, I'm gonna grab some sleep for now, and I think it'll be best for all of us to grab some sleep. But
As Avref starts to walk away,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to use my Channel Divinity, Nature's Wrath,
Okay.
to try and restrain him. Dex saving throw, Strength or Dex, DC 10. Your choice.
So you go ahead and you begin to use your Nature's Wrath. And you feel a hand on your shoulder, and it's Lathander. And he turns you to him and he says, "Cyrus, I understand your apprehension. I understand your intentions.
I just never got my answer. And that's
Attacking your friends is never the right way to do things.
I wasn't attacking him.
Restraining is just as the same as attacking."
do I hear or see any of this, or am I just walking out?
You are beginning to feel divine energy flowing around you, as if
Okay.
to go and restrain you, and then it's suddenly cut off, and you're hearing Lathander talk with Cyrus.
I'm gonna just turn my head over my shoulder and be like, I don't know what answers you're looking for, but
I
trying to
plainly
find
told you what I
myself,
asked for, Avref.
and I gave you that answer. I'm
feels
looking
that-
for more answers.
I'll believe you for now. But I didn't like the way you skirted around my question and what I asked of you. And I'm hurt. But I'll trust you as far as I am willing to right now.
And that's
I will take
all
your
we
word
can
for it, but know that you hurt me a little bit tonight by not plainly answering me.
Yeah, I'm sorry if I. No.
I
Just
think
sorry that I
time
didn't do
for
that.
us to go.
I'm just gonna start walking.
Okay.
I
Can
understand.
I also find Gage and possibly stay with him?
Yeah, easy enough.
Okay.
Stay in the servant quarters.
I'm going to turn to Cyrus. I understand. Because seemingly we all believed him until he started kind of acting weird while explaining everything. But Lathander is correct. There is no need to attack and
I'm sorry.
let our minds get the best of us.
I'm after the Leo stuff, I'm just on edge.
Don't take it out on him.
All right. So, you all go ahead and leave, and that is where we are going to end session for today.
What a good session! Holy shit.
dude.
Wow.